J. Got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slab. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bag. Vibe blowing at my J. Got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slab.
We've been with the Brazilians. This would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy?
Better boss up, nigga.
What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Rick Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the Wake Up Show. Part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish. The King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth. Yours truly, the Notorious One. A.K.A. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Straggle. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy and the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO, Niggero, of Fixes Binds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best edutainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies love to call me Mr. Third Leg Greg. Also the man with one trabajo. That is the Mitch Slapper, the anointed one.
Acknowledge me.
The founding father of the After Pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the Matey Matrix, the chocolatey Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer. Also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game, but in case you forget those names, just call me CGA. That is C God Allah, and I'll be the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you today. You know, we got 5 main events for you, and the main event is Step-Dummy season is here.
Dummy.
And we have a psychologist, you know the psychologist, that Pakistani Indian woman that I would fold up like a love letter from the 2nd grade. Her name is Sadia Khan. She's right like a broken clock 2 times a day. But she's hitting on something about why men are making a bitch move by being a stepdaddy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Called you a bitch. And like a broken clock, Sadia Khan is right at least twice a day. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you why. And we're going to show you another couple of videos related to Stepdaddy season. And we're going to give you young guys a message on why it is probably not in your best interest to ever be a stepdaddy.
You big dummy.
All right, we're going to talk about that. We also have several other co-main events. We have Rachel Rizz Houston edition, in which a little light-skinned, funny-faced woman goes ham on a holler monster and probably puts him in his place with a massive amount of Houston Fifth Ward disrespect. This goofy-ass holler monster got sent into the abyss as he tried to get them infield receipts, and he also apparently was looking at feet.
We're looking at the booty. We're looking at the breast. We're looking at her neck. We're looking at her feet.
Yes.
We're looking at her.
No, I ain't looking at no feet. Man, ain't nobody looking at no feet.
You're looking at feet?
Yes.
Yes, I'm looking.
And we also have on Rachel Rizz Torta edition. Torta edition. We have a Torta getting picked up in the mall, and it's going to verify, validate all that I'm talking about. Wait till you see this Torta. I no longer can play Tortas on our show, all right? I can't even play these things. And we have Ninja Meat. You know, we got Ninja Meat on the Cold Approach, too.
Nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit,
Hey.
nigga shit.
Niggy.
Nigga shit, nigga shit,
Ah.
nigga shit,
Yay.
nigga shit, nigga shit,
Oh.
nigga shit.
All right, we got a Torta getting picked up on Rachel Rizz plus Straggle and Sniggle Theater and the little good egg talking about priced out.
I got money.
Better get some munyon. You better get some munyon. All right, hold on for a second, man. Hold up, anesthesia boss. All right, hold on for a second. Ninja out here just doxing ninjas. All right, whoa. Be careful there. All right, goodness gracious. Ninja putting government names in the chat. Chill. All right, my man, you gotta chill. No bueno. No bueno. But to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV, PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking a link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. My man's still not even 18 years old, and you're putting him out in there, his whole name. Government name, no bueno. Okay. All right. No bueno. We got Daniel McGee. He says, niggy. Shout out to Daniel McGee, man. Yes, indeed. A shout out to our brother, no government name, says, should I save these for later? Your chats are so good, but they're going to take the show left in the first 5 minutes. So we'll save those for later. All right. We'll save those for later. We'll save a little bit right here for later on in the show. Let me go ahead and log in over here and see what we got going on the other chats. Other chats. Our brother, the Dark Side Foundation. He says, good morning, Coach. Did you hear about Glenn Powell's ex dragging him for upgrading to Sydney Sweeney? She talked about how She talked about how she paid her own bills. Perhaps she tried to buy her way out of performing her duties, and he got fed up. Give me the Kamala Harris. I'm going to have to look into that just so you guys can figure out.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah. All right. Somebody said his name is Glenn Powell. All right. I don't know who that is. I know who Sydney Sweeney is. We actually take a look at that. So Glenn Powell, and who is his girlfriend? All right, Glenn. Okay, all right. I see who he is. His ex is. Okay, I don't even know who his ex is. Let me see who the ex-girlfriend is. It the ex-wife? All right, Glenn Powell's ex speak out on actor leaning into Sydney Sweeney's romance. All right, so that's what's going on there. We got some Chad and Brad shit going on right here. That's what's happening. Okay, I don't know anything about that story, but apparently she was not trying to. Yeah, I guess probably what she was doing was, you can't do better than me, or she dug her heels into the ground. This is what I'm going to do for you. This is what I ain't going to do for you. And he said, well, I'm going to replace you with a different broad. Gotcha, bitch. All right. I'm going to replace you with a different broad. And he's showing mad teeth right here. Okay. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm going to have to look into that to see what was going on there. All right. And he looked like he didn't have a job. He looked like a gigolo spending lots of dough. All right. Shout out to our brother here. Okay. That was from last night's show. Last night. All right. And then let's see if we have any Ko-Fis. Let's see if Kaylin's early up in the morning. Is Kaylin up? Let's see if Kaylin's awake. Not sure. Let's see what we got here. Somebody's awake over there. And yes, Kaylin is awake. I knew it. Right? I knew it. He says, technically speaking, when a man is having sex with a woman, he's giving her quality time. Was this from yesterday? It was from today. He's giving, he said he's giving her quality time. It's just that the only time that we like spending with women, what women want from us in quality time that doesn't involve having sex. And that's when they struggle. He says, what can they give a man for giving his time and money? Almost nothing. All right. Wow. All right.
Gotcha, bitch.
Kayla woke up and chose violence. All right. So you're saying the quality time is the physical time. All right. Shout out to you. And we have a brother that's identifying himself as one Jordan Peterson. I remember a year ago, I had a woman come over to back that ass up in a circle. She rubbed me down afterwards and even bought a ninja wings. He says, Coach, my monkey ass fell in love. Stopped watching me. You wasn't red pill no mo. Find out she was still entertaining folks on her DMs. Got into a fight. Now you're 0-50-11. He says, shows that us men have some low ass standards. Anyway, keep preaching. We are always one succeed away from the plantation, and
gotcha, bitch.
We got another one, Jordan Peterson. This does happen to all of us, man. Listen, this happens to us men here. This is why I keep doing my show, because this show arms us every single day. I never know who's watching. There's a new person watching. There's a person that has been watching me for a long time. Then there's people that's coming back in and out. Okay, and in and out. And he fell in love over $15 wings, lemon pepper wings, apparently. And he thought he had a real one until he checked them DMs. I'm going to tell you, man, one thing you don't want to do. Maybe you do want to do it. Right there. Maybe you do want to do it. If you check a woman's phone, anything you thought in terms of you having a relationship will end immediately. All right, I'm going to tell you. Anything you have, like, all you have to do is check her phone. I mean, listen, this is the thing. I mean, even your wives, if you check a woman's phone, the relationship that you thought you had is simply a facade. It's going to be a facade, right? It's not going to be what you thought it was, because let's just say we take it to the extreme. Some women act like this is not happening, but we talked about this the other day. They all have somebody that they're talking to. Whether it be a current boyfriend, a secret lover, you know what I mean, an ex. They're going to be talking to an ex. They might be trying to clear up their past, but while they're talking to the ex, they're telling you that they love you. I love you, right? They're telling you that. But what happens is you're going to find out that they're still even talking to the ex. They're still clearing up that. And they may be trying to, they may be trying to figure out who's going to be the commit guy, right? You're brand new. The ex has time, time invested. And then she's trying to figure out if she's going to go back to the ex or go back to the guy she's got or go with you. It's what monkey branching is. This is called monkey branching. So what she's doing is she's holding on to one branch and swinging to the other. Now, she might play this off as innocent. Oh, it's innocent. You have to understand. And technically, all women do that. All women monkey branch. So it's just that when you see it, right here, it's just that when you see it, all right, it's going to be your heart's going to drop. And just like this man saying right here, when you finally see it and then you make sense of it and then you go back, you go back and you look at all of the time that you were together and she was telling you, hey, you the one. But there's a lot of dudes in the background, depending on how you met them. And that's just the reality. All right. That's how women work. That's how they work. Now, you don't have to put up with this, all right? This is what I'm telling guys. So this is why we welcome back all of those who found a love like no other love, all right? I found a love like no other love, coach. I don't have to listen to you no more, ass ninja. All right, but what you'll do is if you ever discover this, it's going to be one of those things that you have to figure out. Do you want to keep this going? Do you want to entertain this, right? Or was it a breach of trust? Was it a breach of trust? Because guys will be like, hey, well, she's just trying to cut it off with the ex. But it'll be continuous. It'll be continuously cutting it off, right? And you'll be like, oh, shit. And they've been talking the whole time. Whole time she's telling you she's loyal. Whole time she's telling you she's loyal. And you're like, wow. When you see it, it's an evil-ass world. So you, my man, yeah, I always tell them, you'll be back, all right? Every time people want to leave me, they'll be back, all right? It's inevitable. I'll give it a couple of months, and you'll be back listening to the Notorious one. I don't know what to tell you guys. Poor guys. New Poor guys. But all women do this as a dating strategy. So even when they say they're not doing it, they're lying. I mean, it's just what it is. You can't trust them. So it's up to you whether you accept this. Remember, do you accept this? All women are going to say, my phone is dry. Nobody ever texts me. Stop. I mean, this is just garbly-gook. I mean, nobody believes this shit. And no government name. Can you explain why normies are irate and offended by people being apathetic towards them, then being hating them? Okay. He says CGA is exposing to Gen Z how much disrespect trad cons and men in relationships tolerate from women in society daily. This is true. A lot of people tolerate stuff in relationships. Now, if you don't tolerate things in relationships, you're seen as the weirdo. Oh, you got to put up with that. And, it's part of the game and these type of things. So, but some men don't want to put up with bull crap, right? You don't want to put up with this stuff because trust me, when you see it, it's enough for you to walk away. 100%. There's always another bull in the ring. More. And there's always dudes from her past pinging her. Now, she might not respond to those things, but then that's a great indicator of how much she was in these streets. All right, these streets are cold.
In these streets.
It's a cold game out here. But a lot of guys put up with shit. That's what they do. Okay? They just put up with shit. All right? We just going to put up, see how much shit we going to put up with. That's all. That's all. Anyway, enough about that. We'll come back to the support. I appreciate y'all. We got it. Oh, no. All right, man. Somebody said a content creator. I don't know. I ain't putting this business out here because I ain't in it. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it. But somebody said he had been in a 4-year relationship and telling guys to be single. I don't know anything about that. So if you do have, somebody said he deleted the video. Okay, so I have no clue anything about that. But I have been saying for a long time, a lot of MGTOW content creators are in relationships. All right, they have living girlfriends, they have full relationships, and it's kind of one of those things that is like, what do you do with this information? Is this important? Because part of going your own way, or a lot of this type of manosphere red pill stuff, they'll tell you one thing and live the exact opposite. All right, whereas I've been doing living the same thing. Okay, somebody said, just like Cooley, single mothers are recreational use only. Has a single mother wife, right? It's like, wow. Like, man, it's crazy. So, I don't know about that. I have no clue if that's true, but I've been saying this, and I know this from the background scenes, that a lot of those guys telling you to go your own way, they had girlfriends. I mean, and they told me they had girlfriends and living girlfriends. I'm not one to do expose videos because you guys are like, expose them. Hey, man, somebody tells me something in secret, I honor it. Okay? Okay. Okay, I see it. Yeah, thank you, Last Chance Animals. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I just try to say there's the authenticism of my channel, not anybody else. The authenticism of my channel. It's authentic. When I'm teaching and practicing, I'm preaching it. I'm practicing it. Somebody said there was another guy. He was married the whole time. Oh, my goodness. All right. Dang. Oh, man. That is crazy. Oh, no. All right. Wow. And yeah, wow. I'm just getting this information here. I don't know nothing about it. I've been too busy clapping up Ling Ling sheets in between and going to the gym.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right. I've been going to the gym. But, man, this is interesting news here. But it's some of these things, man. I've been saying this space kind of needs to cleanse itself. To understand that there are a lot of people giving you a message, but they're not living it. So when I say the free agent lifestyle, you see me living the free agent lifestyle. When I say I don't cold approach, you don't see, you know what I mean? When you see me at the JUCO, I'm at the JUCO, and you see me living it. It is what it is. So anyway, he was married for years while doing MGTOW content. Wow. I mean, listen, that is crazy. That is nuts. That's nuts. And I didn't know that about them. You guys are talking about people that I know, but I didn't know about them doing this. But I've often said this. I said it last week. That I said that a lot of these guys that tell you to go your own way, they're not going their own way. They literally are in relationships and one blow job away from the plantation. All right. So anyway, no shade at those guys. I do know these guys behind the scenes, but you guys follow it. I don't know. All right. I have no idea, but it's interesting. Anyway, shout out to them. It's Doom and Gloom CGA. Doom and Gloom CGA brought to you by the boy. Okay, that's crazy. All right, so here we go. Doom and Gloom CGA brought to you by the New World Order. Let's start with this one right here. Let's talk about the live-in children. The live-in children, the adult children that are living with you that are supposedly saving money so they can buy a house. All right? They're saving money so they can buy a house. But this one is a video. I don't know where the movie is from, but it says, when should we stop financially supporting our adult child? And we're going to see two different parents here. We're going to see her good cop, bad cop. We're going to hear Beta Brad, or AKA the henpecked husband, not wanting to let go of the daughter because the daughter's going to say she's going to go to these streets.
In these streets.
All right. And then you also going to hear the mother wanting to kick the daughter out, but the adult daughter's brain stem has not developed. All right. But let's go ahead and play the video here and what you have to look for you legacy ninjas.
Going to be supporting you any longer.
See, I wasn't going to phrase it like that, Lorraine, the way you phrased it.
But I have no job.
No, you have an internship that you say is going to turn into a job.
I don't know when.
You graduated from college 2 years ago. We've been supporting you for 2 years, and that's enough.
Do you know how crazy the economy is right now? I mean, all my friends get help from their parents.
We are sympathetic to that.
But I'm your only child. It's not like I'm draining all your resources. I mean, this feels very arbitrary.
You don't know anything about our finances. I mean, we're professors, Hannah, professors. You know, we can't keep bankrolling your groovy lifestyle.
My groovy lifestyle?
The bills add up. We're covering your rent, your insurance, your cell phone.
You said it was cheaper for you if I was on the family plan.
Yeah.
May I get you more of anything?
No, she's fine.
This is nuts.
Ted, can you help me here?
Okay, my friend Sophie, her parents don't support her. Last summer, she had 2 abortions right in a row.
Wow.
And no one came with her.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying that I am so close to the life that I want, the life that you want for me, that for you to just end that right now?
No more money.
Oh, man.
Starting when?
Starting now.
Cut these
We can
bitches.
talk about it tomorrow.
I don't want to see you tomorrow.
What?
Well, we fly out Tuesday.
I am busy trying to become who I am.
We're not going.
Oh. Gotcha, bitch. All right. You want to pay them bills? You want to pay rent?
Gotcha, bitch.
All right, man. Dang. So you see the dynamics here. You also see the manipulation going on here. So the kid is manipulating, the adult child is manipulating the parents. The parents, one parent is being the tough parent, the bad cop. The other parent is being the weak link. And the mom is the strong person saying, no, we got to have to cut you off. And it's real out here. Do you guys know how hard it is to support another person who is basically dead weight? They're not pulling their weight. So you guys are like, well, we shouldn't kick kids out like we used to. All right, it's a different time. The economy's bad. But nobody has the ability to keep paying rent or supporting anyone, or at least having them live under your own roof and be a consumer, because that's what they're going to do. All right, and so what she's going to do is she's going to go back out there in these streets, which she's threatened, okay?
In these streets?
I want you to be clear. She threatened to go out to these streets, all right, and fuck her way because she's going to find somebody, get knocked up, try to get child support. Now she got to play the game. She got to play the game of what type of zaddy is going to support me. Corporate zaddy, government zaddy, all right, school loan zaddy, sugar zaddy. Now she's like, hey, you kick me out, then guess what? All right.
In these streets.
Straight to the streets I go. My friend's parents kicked Daphne out, and Daphne had 2 abortions back to back. That means she was out here heels up.
In these streets.
All right, heels up. And she threatened her own parents that if they kick her out, she's going to get her cheeks clapped and be out here fornicating in these streets. And as we can see, that is a PAWG. That is a PAWG. So you see this kind of manipulation going on, even when the parents want to stand up and they're being physically, financially drained. And they got this deadbeat. They got a deadbeat person who is basically living off of the parents' money and they're financing her groovy lifestyle. This is the dead weight we're talking about. So it's not always the case that it's best to keep your children up under you so that they can save money and go and buy a house in the future. First of all, that's not going to happen. All right. They're getting priced out of buying houses. They're going to need a 6-figure down payment at this particular point. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I mean, this is what happens when people say it's okay if your kids stay home. I'll let my kids stay home until they, for as long as they want. Okay. Until they start sandbagging. Sandbaggers. And this is a spoiled child for sure. But you got a lot of sandbaggers out here. You need them to throw their ass out so they can do what? Learn how to sink or motherfucking swim. All right. They were like, get out. No mas. Get the fuck out. All right. I got some groceries being delivered, of course. All right. They delivered them bitches right during my stream. All right. What the hell is this? I got to go out there because there's some frozen fruit, but we'll take a commercial break when it gets delivered. All right, Doom and Gloom CGA going on to the next one here. According to Morning Brew, the annual household income required to buy a median-priced home in the United States. This is assuming a 30-year fixed mortgage, a 20% down payment, and housing costs that are less than 30% of the gross income. Let's take a look. From April 2019, you probably only needed $67,000 as a down payment. Remember, they're talking about, as an income. And that has increased by 70% in the last 5 years. Okay? 70% in the last 5 years. Hey, remember when I tell you, and let me go ahead and scroll up so you can see the date. You're being slow cooked, right? You're being priced out, just to let you know, guys. And it is not a game. It's not a game. All right. This is not practice either. So, there are ways around this, meaning that you have to probably establish some good credit. You can get an FHA loan. There's some ways around it. You do probably have to establish some property right here. But it is getting tough out here. And I've been trying to show people that 2019 is not coming back. 2019 is not coming back.
Larry Bird's not walking through that door, fans. Kevin McHale's not walking through that door, and Robert Parrish is not walking through that door. And if you expect them to walk through the door, they're going to be gray and old.
All right, just like that in 5 years. Well, it's really 6 years. But I told you at that 2019, I said we are at the point of no return meets the moment of truth. Okay? Point of no return meets the moment of truth. And by the way, it's going to take a significant change in our economy to change this. Okay, right here. Okay, it's gonna make it there's almost impossible that we go back to this. Okay, so that's the reality of it. People are just gonna sit around and wait till we go back to this. We're not going backwards. So that means, in essence, you only have one thing you can do.
Boss up, nigga.
That's all you can do. Right here. Right there. That's all you can do. You can boss up, or you can wait for shit to return back to normal. Or to your normal. But I'm telling you, it ain't coming back. Yesterday's prices are not today's prices. All right. It is what it is. But anyway, if you got the money, go ahead and plunk down on it. You'll be in better position. Everybody else, you're going to need a household income of $100K going forward. You're going to need it. And I said that, and people be like, you're shaming us. You're job shaming us. Not everybody can make 100K. Okay, that means you need to move in with someone that you could piece together 100K. All right, that means a friend, a brother, all right, fraternity brother, girlfriend, all right, girlfriend. People need to be able to survive, all right? So that's what they're doing. It's boss up or shut the fuck up. That's Doom and Gloom CGA. Okay, man. Whew. It's tough out here. It's tough out here. Join us on the Money Mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, this week on the 15th, the Money Mindset is going to boss up as well. And we're bossing up to a new level, of entertainment. The people that are at the $50 level, you will indeed be able to be grandfathered in for the current Money Mindset as it presents itself. But the price is going to double for new people that are interested in this particular format. So you do have until the 15th to get in. Once the 16th clock strikes midnight, you will not be able to get in at the previous price. So you might want to get in. And if you were a previous Money Mindset member, yes, you might be able to rejoin before the clock strikes midnight on June 16th. The Money Mindset is 4 streams per week, plus some individual data throughout the week and some motivation. Basically, we got 2 weeks, 2 streams a week on content creation. We have 2 streams a week on money mindset principles, all of our principles related to money that we teach, and a variety of things. We talk about finding a job, all right, getting your resume, being job prepped, the financial market, understanding the markets, understanding CPR, making sure that you're bossing up going into the future, getting your savings and investings, the realities of buying a house. We go through the amortization schedule. In a variety of topics related to all of the marketplaces. We got Money 101 over there. We have understanding the S&P, the Standards and Poor. We talk about the realities of living off of a salary going forward in 2025. And yes, all right, and yes, it's bossing up. You get 100 plus of the previous streams if you are joining at the $50 level coming up. The $100 level, you're going to get a new formatted Money Mindset. But it will still be a great Money Mindset. You're going to get highlights from the previous week, and you're going to get in-week updates on changes in the marketplace and what's hot and what's not, what you should be focusing on investing in the next 5 to 10 years. These are going to be critical times because by 2032, if you ain't on it, we also talk about AI, but if you ain't on it, you're going to be priced out 100%. Press 1 if you're part of the Money Mindset. And Money Mindset Game going forward is the best. It's the best MBA class that you could take for the cheapest amount of money. All right, you can go to the University of Phoenix online and get a degree, and you won't learn as much as you'll learn on the 100 plus streams that are available on the Money Mindset. So join us. I'm proud of it. We're in season 3, but we do have to boss up. All right, legacy members will get all access. All right, but the new members are going to get some access, almost all access, plus clips and snippets. And if you join at the Money Mindset $50 level, the new members that are new members after June 16th, you're not getting all access to the previous streams. All right, you're only getting portions of the previous streams, not the entire catalog. Shout out to you, man. We got it going on. That was Doom and Gloom CGA. Let me catch up on the support. We have no government name. Adams 316 says you are your own God. The answer is within you. Being a man is making decisions, and making decisions makes you the man and makes the man. He says, for he who waits for canned beans to turn into steak is a fool. And we got a lot of fools out here. A lot of people still trying to get relationships. All right. A lot of people still try to get into relationships as their savior, and they're getting cooked. Shout out to no government name. Do you think most men would stay with a woman with a bad attitude or a whiny personality if she could suck extra chunky peanut butter through a straw like it's water? All right, goodness gracious.
Oh, the humanity.
The answer is yes. Men put up with a lot of BS with the woman. For instance, when you cold approach her, she gives you BS, right? Guess what men do? They put up with the BS. Okay? They put up with the BS. That's what men do. And once they put up with BS, all BS that a woman gives you is just a shit test. Okay? It's just a shit test. And she's testing to see how you respond to her. If you don't respond abruptly and swiftly with hard consequences, then she's going to think you're a bitch. All right? That's what it is right there.
Gotcha, bitch.
She's going to think you're a bitch. Even to the point where she'll start saying things to you. If you don't properly punish her, right? And there's a variety of ways you can punish. We don't contribute to abuse, but you have to punish her in a way that she knows that she's out of line. Most guys don't promptly punish women. They don't. You let her pop off at the mouth and you deal with it. And let me just tell you this. If you have sex with a woman, and she's had an attitude prior to that, and you bitched out and had sex with her, you're cooked. All right, sex to women is essentially validation that however she treated you, you're good with it. You're good with it. You're trying to negotiate with her. So let's say she was popping off at the lip, and then you called her out on it, and then she was able to manipulate you into believing that you were tripping. She gaslit you. And then guess what? You had sex with her afterwards. Okay, soon as that happens, you've accepted that bad treatment. You've accepted terrible treatment. That's what she learned. All right. Now, you might say, well, she shouldn't believe that. I don't give a shit what you think she should believe. She has understood that you're willing to accept negative and bad treatment. That's what she's understood. Okay. Once you know that, then you can operate accordingly. 100%. J Flow says, congrats on the 30 days of clapping Twitch cheeks. He says, look out for the next evolution of CGA coach gang in the building. We finished up 30 straight days. Okay, 29 to 30 straight days of Twitch streaming over there. We went from May 12th all the way to June 10th, 30 days. I only missed one day. So it was 29 days out of 30, but it was a great time over there. We celebrated yesterday, and we had a funny-ass stream yesterday on Twitch. But if you want to join us over there on Twizitch, we will continue to build. All right, there are going to be some adjustments. Apparently, I've been warning, I've been concerned about this, but people will show up to your streams and pull up and try to kill you. So anybody that says, CGA, you ain't got to worry about all that. All right, that stream that I showed you of that man in that Twitter beef or that YouTube beef that got deleted and his wife killed in cold blood on the Strip. Not in broad day, but in prime time Las Vegas Strip. Las Vegas Boulevard got deleted. All right. If you don't understand how hectic it is for content creators, all right, you're putting yourself out there significantly by exposing yourself, especially in prime locations. Now, if you're going to Target, they don't know what Target you're at. All right, so I can understand that. But giving your audience the drop is putting your life on the line. For real. You putting your life on the line for any Mitches that think they can pull up. Now, it hasn't happened to me at all. But I meet people all the time that recognize me. So all the time when I go out, every single time. So what if the wrong person recognizes me? What if the wrong person wants to find me and pull up? All right. And they done got Mitch slapped. So you got to make sure that you're careful here. And these are small YouTubers that got clapped. All right. What about a large YouTuber like myself? Pause. All right. So it is really hectic out here with this IRL. It's kind of like Michael Jackson telling you where he at and he ain't got his security. Shout out to our brother, the Gap Tooth Game says, started taking YouTube seriously about 5 months ago after coach kept slapping my Mitch ass up with that boss up rant. Got monetized 2 days ago. It's time to shine, fellas. Grind for it and go get it. Let's give Gap Tooth Games the boss up win out here. Shout out to you. Not everybody can be a content creator.
Boss up, nigga.
It ain't easy for everybody. My brother started 5 months ago. I told you, man, get on it. If you want to get on it, these are just the people who are thinking about getting on it. If you don't have no interest in getting on it, I understand. I'm not telling you to do it. You should do it, but I'm not telling you. But yeah, If you've been thinking about doing it, maybe I should do it. Maybe I should do it. I'm always putting pressure on you, especially during the money mindset. You better start putting content out, all right? Because you never know what'll happen. Some people don't pop off. Some people do pop off. So 5 months, he's already monetized 2 days ago, and I done slapped the Mitch out of him just so he can get up there and boss up. Congratulations, my brothers. Let me give you another acknowledgement for that right there, because that's not an easy thing to do. Congratulations. That's what I called you. All right. He said no name, but you also have a name there. All right. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Is it no name or a name? I have no idea. Stiliano says, got the money mindset on Saturday. Next, your books talking about trying to boss up. Yes, it's coming too. The books are essentially the books will come at this point. You can write, an AI can write the book at this point. So why not? But, I'm not going to sit there and write it. AI time. And he says, Suave Genius says, don't tolerate no disrespect. CGA preaching that fire. Men, the reason why you have difficulty with women is you tolerate disrespect. Without a doubt. You tolerate all kind of disrespect. Okay, when you tolerate disrespect, you're going to have problems with your girl. Okay. Shout out to you. He says, thanks for everything, coach. It hit different when you see that revenue amount in the YouTube studios, and then you start saying, oh, Lord. Okay, you are start saying, I got money. Do me a favor, man. Hit the like button, man. This is your opportunity to hit the like button. I got to go get some groceries off my patio. It's 102 degrees here in Las Vegas, so I want to make sure those groceries don't melt. Give me a second or two. The Money Mindset 2025. Join us if you are looking to elevate your mindset to the next level and get your financial information and game back to where it needs to be. This is the Blue Chip Mindset on steroids. We have 80 plus episodes from the last 2 years that you missed available via playback. You can get all of those episodes. Also, every live stream on Sunday night with all of our great contributors with subjects, cryptocurrency, investment, money 101, money 201. Also, if you're looking to become a social media content creator, this is the group for you. 2 times a month, we give you content creator information about how much money you can make via content creation. What are the most popular forms of content creation coming forward in the next few years, and how you can capitalize on an opportunity to be a content creator. Join patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams to find the Money Mindset link. Let's get our Blue Chip Mindset on. The window is still open. Yeah, I made it back. I ran all the way downstairs. Ran all the way back upstairs. Let's go. New world. I certainly thought I was late. Anyway, let's get to it. Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me. You can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky. Come get high with me. That's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's get into it. We have Uber delivery. Catch your Ubers. We got Uber delivery right here. Let's take a look at what we got going on here. We have a content creator, probably has an OnlyFans, and we have a Uber delivery here. And let's take a look at this guy.
Wait, hold on. I gotta take a picture real quick. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, wait. It didn't go through. It didn't.
Oh, no.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness.
We just looking at the booty. We're looking at the breast. We're looking at her neck. We're looking at her feet. We're looking at her.
Nah, I ain't looking at no feet. Man, ain't nobody looking at no feet.
You don't looking at feet? I'm looking at feet.
Oh.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, look at that right there. And she do got her feet out, and she is aged just right. She definitely is aged just right.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
And that is some starving-ish right there. Look at that. Oh, man, that's not the DoorDash guy. All right, these guys out here, you some nasty boys.
Oh, that's nasty.
All right, he got him some free pics. All right, put it down there. Oh, man, this is just disgraceful. That's somebody's daughter, sir. That is somebody's daughter right there. I think she liked it. Ooh, she liked it. All right, free pictures, I suppose, right there. We got Straggle Sniggle Theater. Bhad Bhabie is back. And this is what Bhad Bhabie had to say. She's in a relationship, and she claims to have made $50 million in the calendar year doing dookie, putting her dookie hole on OnlyFans. Well, apparently she says she was in an abusive relationship. Remember that? He was abusive. But now she's saying she's glad that she stayed with her abusive baby daddy despite cheating and abuse. It says, why would I leave because I had a black eye? Oh, no. This is the Cash Me Outside girl, if you don't know. Bhad Bhabie.
I am so happy that I didn't leave him because I would never find what I have with him in anybody else. And it's gotten so much better. It's like a whole different ball game. And it's like, I always think about it like, damn, if I would have left, I'd be missing out on this. Everybody talks about how smart I am. She knows a lot for her age. If I'm so intelligent, why would you think I would put myself in a situation like this? Like, I believe that people deserve chances because things happen, mistakes are made. A lot of girls, you cheat on them one time, they're gone. I've never been that type of girl. It might be a thing for a couple months. It might be a thing for a couple days. It might be a thing for as long as you could take it. If that person doesn't understand how much y'all love each other enough to stop, then that's when you leave. My mother has done unspeakable things to me. You know what people say? Even online. That's your mom. Why don't people say that's your man?
Oh my goodness. What the hell? Oh my God. No way. Wow, man, that's Jesus. We got to look up and see who her boyfriend is, putting paws all up inside this woman's head. Wow, you can't save these hoes, can you? All right, you can't save these hoes, can you? Wow. Dang. All right, let's take a look at Pookiphilia in action. Apparently, is this the guy, Pookiphilia, going oops upside her head? Then they're going to say it's Stockholm Syndrome 10 years later. She didn't know when to leave, all right? She didn't know when to leave like Cassie, all right? But, of course, now she's defending it. Oh, my goodness, man. She defending it. Jeez. Man, boy, I tell you, man, abuse is something else. They just make you stay and make these broads stick around. When you a goofy, they stick around, but they use you and they finesse you. But when they, man, Pookiphilia is crazy. That is crazy. Watch out for your daughters out here and your young girls. All right. We have Straggle Sniggle Theater. We have Thanos. Yes, this is Thanos. Let's take a look at Thanos real quick.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
All right. This woman says, am I going to be J-Lo? She claims to have been engaged 5 times. Yes, this woman that you're looking at. A whole certified muskrat. I mean, Muskrat Susie, Muskrat Sam will do the jitterbug in Muskrat Land. All right, look at this. I've been engaged 5 times. All right. And yes, J-Lo, Thanos are jealous. Even Michael Jordan is questioning himself right now. We have the GOAT. And let's hear what she has to say right here.
I've been engaged 5 times. Yes, these are all real. I do offer the rings back. They always say no every time. I'm going to tell you 3 things that I do that makes me special. Side note, this is my favorite kind of ring, the tri. Beginning, middle, and end, if you must. Number 1, I don't really give a fuck. I just try not to give them my time of day. They want to see me, yeah, maybe. Maybe I have time for you, maybe I don't. I don't know. You know, just don't overly be like, yes, I can see you at the drop of a dime. Don't worry. No. Stress them out a little bit. They like it. 2, when we are together, I'm super fun. I'm super girly. Whenever they do something, you overly go, oh my God, babe, that's like the best thing ever. You're so strong. You're so smart. You're so great. You know, just overly like compliment and make them feel really good about themselves. For example, they fix your bike, you grab them by the face, and you go, oh my God, babe, I didn't know you knew how to do that. I don't know how to do that. You're so smart. Mwah. And you give them a little kiss on their little forehead, and you just keep kissing them, and they're like, you're so awesome.
All right, so let me stop right here. Let me stop her right here because this woman out here, I know she sounds like she's speaking gibberish, but she literally wearing the engagement rings on her fingers right now. I mean, so... is she lying? The answer is no. Now, when I call this female manipulation, Women be like, that's not manipulation. That's her attempt to, she's just using what she can to draw you in a relationship. So this is an example. This is why when women say this to me, I'll be like, whatever. Right? Because there's always either another guy in the background who she's saying that to as well. Right? You understand? So, or she said it to plenty guys before you. Yes, this woman's showing, like, this woman is demonstrating just on what you would believe is an innocent level, the hardcore teachings that I teach. She's making it sound innocent, but I call this manipulation, right? This is them love bombing you and manipulating you and lying to you and making you believe something. This woman's validating it. Just so when I tell you, when they say these things, it's useless information. It's meaningless. It doesn't mean what you think it means. Coach, she said she loves me. It doesn't. You have to listen to me and accept this. It doesn't mean what you think it means. She's telling you this right now. It doesn't mean what you think it means. She's told this to somebody a month ago, right? A month ago, she's told you. But I see this as a manipulation, which is fine because men manipulate women, women manipulate men. But she's bringing this up, and it sounds nice. She's teaching women how to manipulate. It sounds nice when she says it to you and you believe it. You cannot believe this shit. You cannot believe it when they say it. I know you want to think that you're so great and your ego's wrapped into it. When I'm here to tell you, do not believe it. They're just manipulating you, right? They're getting you to feel, they're catering to your ego. That's all it is. For real.
My God. Give them that big hug and put them in their masculine energy. You know, I look at these rings and I feel sadness because I truly do love all of them and I will never talk anything negative about any of my exes ever. And my last point is very...
Oh my goodness, man. What?
Oh, the humanity.
What? This is the same woman? Bruh.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
That's the same woman. That was the same woman we was just looking at. Now, she ain't that good looking now with all the makeup on, but she hella better looking than she was. She went up 2 points. She went up from a 4 to a 6. Wowzers. Man, that is incredible. But when I tell you just this is what you're dealing with, it's undeniable. I know this is just one woman, but I've been here for 8 years showing you person after person after person doing this. All right, that's pretty what it is. Straight manipulation.
Very controversial, but no matter how you slice it and dice it, men are simple creatures, and all they want is just something pretty to look at. I try to look as best as I can every time just to close it off. Yes, I know that I'm the problem, and I have abandonment issues because my mommy and daddy didn't love me enough. I've been engaged.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the humanity.
Man, that is crazy. That is crazy, man. Look at that, bro. And that's what you're going to wake up to. And you see why she's got engaged 3 or 4 or 5 times. All right. Because obviously this woman is a shapeshifter. All right. She's a shapeshifter. And I don't know why her face did get a little bit more plumper as she put on the makeup. So her face a little bit. Look at this, man. She looks sick. She looked like she shaved her beard this morning. Okay. Moving forward. Straggle and Sniggle Theater, the last one. You know, have you ever heard people, men and women, saying that you can't tell black women anything? Like when you try to tell them something, they're just their first thing is to get defensive. We've all experienced this. Well, we have a judge. All right, we have a judge that basically is going to deal with this type of manipulative activity. As you guys know, many of these court cases today are on Zoom. This came about during COVID, and now the courts are pretty much accustomed to doing Zoom calls. They find it probably a little more efficient, and they can get you through the process quicker, and it's probably safer for everybody involved. But we have a judge Zoom case of a black woman who showed up to her Zoom call for court, not prepared, full bonnet, making peanut butter sandwiches, and in her pajamas. Let's see how the judge dealt with this and how the woman dealt with the judge. Here we go.
So when I called...
No, we can't talk at the same time.
Well, I apologize for being late. Excuse me.
Stop.
You asked me a question. I'm just trying to answer it.
I know. Put whatever you're trying to prepare
I'm
down.
trying to feed my daughter.
Get your coat. You gotta put your properly dressed on.
I
I don't
am
do a
properly
robe.
dressed. I have on a t-shirt. I am properly
Is that a
dressed.
robe? Is that a robe?
It's the problem, sir. I'm not even doing it. You asked me a question. I'm answering. My daughter is sick. I had to keep her home from school. I'm just trying to feed.
All right, first of all, Judge, you have a robe on. All right, that's just want to let you know. But this is, and look at the woman behind her. Now, what you're going to see is female manipulation. She obviously is in the wrong. And now she's saying, making up excuses for this and making up excuses for that. She's saying this and that. All right. And even the woman behind, who's a black woman, all right, she even knows. Here the fuck we go. Here we go with this black woman manipulation bullshit. And she just sitting back there, just popping her gums like, here we go with this shit. Now, the judge is going to try to put her in her place. And every time he does, she just overtalks him. This is why Kevin Samuel said, don't overtalk me. Okay. And she's going to make up every excuse as to why she doesn't want to follow decorum. Simple decorum, and why, a lot of people can't follow decorum. They refuse to follow decorum, and they will challenge your authority and to see if you accept them being unwilling to follow your own decorum. Okay, so here we go. She came up with already 11 excuses, and we got nigga fatigue in the background with that albino black woman. All right, just like, here we go.
Her. That is
That's
it.
not terrible, but you're in court.
Miss Outerbridge, I'm sorry that your daughter is sick, but again, you're in court, okay? And we're going to treat it as such. I asked you.
I'm properly dressed.
No, don't talk.
I have on clothes. I have on clothes.
Bye, Miss Outerbridge.
Yeah, look at that. Bye. He was like, I'm out. No more. Now, if you as a man did this, you would have basically either a contempt of court or a default judgment. That's what you would have. But of course, this guy was like, bye. I hope he gave her a default judgment. I hope he threw her case out and dismissed it. I also hope that he held her in contempt of court. But this is what she thought was appropriate. After she took off her robe, she had a robe on. She took that off. I believe she had what looked like to be a bonnet. She took that off. All right, and then still, she ain't coming with it. And boy, those are some flat chests. That's a flat chest. Sunken chest. A pirate's dream. But that should be a contempt of court. He should have gone ahead and threw her ass in jail and told her to show up at the courthouse, all right, for 5-day stay. All right, but he probably didn't because men are weak when it comes to women. All right, but anyway, that is Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
All right, the Itty Bitty Titty Committee was out on that one. All right, the Itty Bitty Titty Committee. Boy, she built like a 12-year-old boy. Definitely is. All right, she probably got a little something there. All right. We got good egg here, all right? We got some people out here that want to give y'all some daily inspiration and motivation and maybe some common sense. We're going to start with this brother out here, and it is a popular streamer. His name is Funny Mike. Funny Mike speaks on people who claim money isn't everything. Of course, these streamers are the making money that they probably weren't making before. Raise your hand if you're sure. And now, once they've made this money, they have a different perspective on life. And then they start to realize that a lot of the people that they had around them were absolutely losers, telling them money doesn't matter and money isn't everything. So Funny Mike has this to say about those that tell you that money isn't everything.
But when you broke, you just got to sit when you going through something. They going to say, yeah, money ain't everything. Oh, shit. Well, guess what? You go through something and see where you going to go with no money in your pocket. You can't even go clear your mind. Nigga, you got to go in a room. Man, it's stress in the room. Bitch, I'm going to go stress on a yacht somewhere. But guess what? When you broke, you just got to sit when you going through something.
All right. So Funny Mike says when you're broke, you got to go sit when you going through something, i.e., if you don't have money and you go to jail, you get pulled over for a bench warrant, and or you get pulled over for a violation, and you want to bail yourself out. If you can't bail yourself out, you do have to sit when you're going through something. Let's say you have a legal case and you can't afford it. Like last night, we had a guy who deleted his wife. He had an Uncle Ben as his attorney. Which means in effect, you, him, or his family member could not afford a proper defense. Look at what Diddy's going through. When you can't afford a proper defense, you're going to go have to sit when you're going through something. Right? You're going to have to sit. Nope, you can't bail yourself out. You can't put a retainer down for a proper defense. You can't get the case thrown out and dismissed on the technicality. You certainly can't do things like appeal to the court. All right, I'm going to file an appeal. All right, go ahead and file an appeal for yourself. It ain't going to happen. Ninja going to be sitting up there talking about, I'm going to file an appeal. You can file an appeal. All right, show me where you're going to file an appeal. No, not an attorney. You ain't got attorney money, nigga. File an appeal by yourself. Right here. You're going to be cooked. All right. You're going to have the whole, the timeline where you can file an appeal is going to expire by the time you get back from 5 shifts at Jiffy Lube to file your appeal to child support. Yeah, you're going to get cooked. Niggas don't even know how to file on the county website, how to get a child support case dismissed. But now you're going to file an appeal. All right, yeah. That's why when dudes say this shit, they just be talking. Nigga, you ain't even got internet access to file an appeal. You don't even know what court website to file an appeal. And even if you did, you're going to pull up the form and you're going to fill it out and they're going to throw your shit out on one misspelling. All right, so just know it ain't just as easy as take your girl to court and file an appeal, which means in effect. Okay, which means in effect, what he's saying is true. If you have a health issue and you have no medical benefits and you're going through something, you're going to have to sit and go through it. That's 100%. What he's saying, you're just going to have to sit and go through it. So money is things, all right? Money is things. Now, sometimes the money doesn't help, but it certainly, or it just basically kicks the can down the road. But it is true. It is true. So we do try to get people to reshape their mindsets related to this subject matter because it seems to burn people's biscuits and buns when they're going through this. And they're like, well, it don't mean much. Oh, yes, the fuck it is. Right? Yes, the fuck it does. So you want to keep bossing up here, as we told you in Doom and Gloom CGA out here. Hey, 2019 is not coming back. All right, shout out to Funny Mike. Let me see. He also said this.
They gonna say, yeah, money ain't everything. Oh, shit. Well, guess what? You go through something and see where you gonna go with no money in your pocket.
See where you gonna go. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. All right, but a lot of the times the money, the money goes somewhere else. All right, and then the money, you don't have any liquid funds to defend yourself, and now you're cooked. Also, the guy that said when you guys live under a woman or she makes more money than you, and she also is going to you're 50-50. Well, when you don't have the money, you can't leave the relationship. You can't even boss up on her. All right. You catch her texting somebody in her phone and she comes up with a defense. You can't even do nothing. You can't even kick her out. You can't even kick her out because you ain't got the money. So you got to go sit there and go through some shit. You got to sit there and go through it. You can't break up with your girl. Nothing. Okay. It's boss up 2025.
Boss up, nigga.
My girl pays me. My girl makes more money than me. Okay, yeah. But when she start bullshitting, what happens? You're stuck.
You can't even go clear your mind. Nigga, you got to go in a room.
You got to go in a room.
And stress in the room.
That's it. That's it. You got to just go in a room and stress. It's not a place you want to be, man. I don't know why you want to be. But this one right here, this guy right here, his name is Big Joe from the North Side. All right, Big Joe, is that Memphis? Is that North Side Memphis? I'm not sure. But he says, get rid of all of your problems instantly. How do you do that? How to get rid of all of your problems instantly on Good Egg, Good Egg?
I don't know who need to hear this today, but you need to get your black ass up and get some fucking pay. You're not fucking ugly. You don't have any fucking money, bro. You're not dumb. You don't have any fucking money, bro.
Oh.
You're not too weird. You don't have any fucking money. You're not depressed. You just don't have any money. You don't even have beef with your family and friends. That's not real. You just don't have any money. You need to realize that you need to get your black ass up and go get some fucking money and see how your problems dwindle away. Now, yeah, you're going to have to find Christ along the way, but you also need some fucking money. You need to go get some fucking pay.
Oh, Jesus.
Get your black ass up.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm screaming because I want to know how serious this shit is.
Yeah.
You don't get you no fucking pay. You're never going to be the person you want to be. It costs.
Oh.
It costs.
Oof.
I don't know who needs.
My man. He said it costs. Shit costs, man. I'm sorry. Now, more money, more problems. Niggas gonna say more money with no problems. But the problems you have, what he's saying is you have 4-figure problems. Shout out to our brother here, Big Joe from the North Side. Shit costs. They just act like shit don't cost. Shit costs. Trust me, I've been sued before. I've been had contempt of court hearings. I've been in federal court. I've had problems. I've had car problems. I've had life problems. And I realized they were 4-figure problems. All right. And then I got to 5 figures. Then I had 5-figure problems. Then you get to 6 figures. Then you have 6-figure problems. But much of your problems that you stress about every day are 4- and 5-figure problems that can simply be solved with $10,000. Yes, you heard it right. $10,000. And everybody knows this. You have $10,000 problem. People want to file bankruptcy and don't even have $10,000 in debt. And you stressing right now over $10,000. If you actually accounted for all of your problems, I guarantee you they don't add up to more than $10,000. Now, we do have a down payment for a house problem, but if you added up all of the things that you're stressing about right now, it probably doesn't even add up to 10 grand. Now, these are mounting issues because there are multiple issues. There's an $80 bill over here. You are a creditor $200 over there, right? You have a short on rent coming up in the next rent cycle. You know what I mean? Like you're stressing, so you're down $1,000 on rent. You know, your bitch want to, you know, take it to small claims court for $500. You know, you're getting your car towed and it's in the impound. When you add up all of this stress and strife, when you add up all of these stressors in your life, it won't even be $10,000. It won't even be. It won't even amount to 10 grand. I've been there and it is cold. But what'll happen is there'll be 20 issues for 10 grand. You owe traffic tickets. You have a bench warrant for a speeding ticket that you didn't get. I mean, that you didn't pay off or show up to court. You're mad that these women are going to finesse you on a date. These women finessing us on dates. $150. Guys, I done got finessed by women for way more than $150. All right. And I brushed that shit off. Oh, well. All right. Because I done beat the brakes off of that woman. All right. I got my money out of it. I got my money's worth. All right. But yep. They just got headlights out. They got tail lights out. Muffler dragging. Transmission slipping. And these are all combined sub $10,000 problems. Now that $10,000 is over your head. If it's over your head, then you need to shape your mindset. You do dating and relationships, marriage, mostly 5-figure problems. And I'm here for you. I'm here for you. This is why we have the money mindset. I'm here for you because I've been there and I understood what it took to shift my mind out of it. The number one thing that you have to do, other than get some paper, the number one thing you have to do more than likely is to get rid of a woman in your life. That's almost inevitably everybody's step number one. You're trying to hold on to a woman at the same time your life is slipping through your fingers like the sands in the hourglass. And you're trying to date and trying to get pussy and you're trying to do all these things and cold approach and broke date and mac and mouthpiece your way to some vagina. Putting up with additional stressors because she's stressed out that you were brokey. And the number one thing you got to do is get rid of the dead weight. Who's the dead weight? Who can I replace? The biatch. Get her up out of there. DTB time. And dudes are still trying to hope one of these days these women are going to be genuine with you. Not when you broke. Not even when you're rich. They're going to be generous with you. Genuine. Very rarely do we have this issue. So you guys got to get rid of that dead weight first. They read the book, The Free Agent Lifestyle. It is really the cheat code to get through the BS. Much of my BS problems were continued, to the trajectory of my life changed when I stopped dating women. I just stopped dating. Okay, let me stop dating. All right, let me just stop going on dates. All right, let me stop letting these women control my schedule by offering pussy to come over. You know, I could come over now, women to come over, and then they come over an hour and 30 minutes late. These are distractions. You're drifting. Then if you're going out to nightclubs and smoking weed and drinking alcohol, you're compounding this and it gets worse. Then you come to me and say money don't matter, or, you know, you can live off of $3,000 a month. All right, it is the best thing you can do. You can always understand there's more women out here. Dude, I get rid of women and other women come back, right? They come back. As soon as I get rid of one, here come my phone. Ping, it's like in the air. What happened to her? She got dumped by her guy, and now she back circling the block. All right, now her pussy dried, and she need her pussy wet, and her bank account is dry too. All right, so it's just a cycle. All we're doing is sharing people and rotating out of problems and bringing good problems in from bad. All right, soon as you dump a bitch, she gonna be back on the phone with another nigga. All right, it's okay. All right, they always got somewhere to go. They always got pussy to sell and a warm bed to lie in. So never take that shit personal, for real, bro. Hey, it is what it is. And if that ain't the case, you can go travel and go put your hands on some hips of somebody else. The guys are literally trying to live this and trying to tell guys to live this. And I'm like, dude, you're completely pushing guys in the wrong direction. Just stop dating and watch your life change. Your life bank account just going to minimally change along the way. Even when you get a bag and you start dating again, you're going to be looking going, damn, this shit was mad cheap without her. Do I need this broad? Hell no, not really. So shout out to your brother right here. It is Big Joe from the North Side. Get some money on.
Didn't hear this today, but you need to get your black ass up and get some fucking pay. You're not fucking ugly. You don't have any fucking money, bro. You're not dumb. You don't have any fucking money, bro. You're not too weird. You don't have any fucking money. You're not depressed. You just don't have any money. You don't even have beef with your family and friends. That's not real. You just don't have any money. You need to realize that you need to get your black ass up and go get some fucking money and see how your problems dwindle away. Now, yeah, you're gonna have to find Christ along the way, but you also need some fucking money. You need to go get some fucking pay. Get your black ass up. And I'm screaming because I want to know how serious this shit is. You don't get no fucking pay. You're never gonna be the person you wanna be. It costs.
Yes.
It costs.
That's the best part right there. It costs. When you're telling me something doesn't cost, that's how I feel screaming at you. What? Dude, everything costs. Everything you do has a cost attached to it. Okay, right there. It costs. When dudes are trying to tell you you can get out here for free for any damn thing, not just women and money and pussy, there is no free. There's a cost to everything. You're trading something for something at all time. It costs. Convincing me is, you're not going to convince me. But telling other men and convincing them is, you're basically misleading them. It costs. It costs. There's always a cost associated with anything you do, Ninja. Pissing is a cost. Taking a piss is a cost. All right. You're getting rid of shit out of your damn body. All right. And then you're going to hydrate again. If your piss is yellow, it costs. Your liver, your kidney. Everything has a cost. So stop telling guys there's no cost to it, because that's completely not true. That's misleading. It might not cost money, but it's going to cost you at some particular point. All right. So shout out to Good Egg here. There's a cost to everything. There's a cost to get information and knowledge. What do they say? The game is to be sold, not told. The game is to be sold, not told. The game is to be sold, not told. Expecting you to piece together free information, not everybody's able to do that. This is why people gatekeep information. Okay? Shout out to you. No government named DW says, you're right, coach. I met you at the Crawford-Spence fight in Las Vegas and got a picture with you. It was all love, but you definitely have to be on alert, because you're a recognizable figure now. Shout out to you. And I do remember that. I was chilling in the hallway. I think I took my son to that fight, waiting for him to go to the bathroom. And this brother, shout out to DW, he came up and he was like, what's going on, man? I follow you. And we got a picture together. But for sure, I'm recognizable. So I do have to watch out. This is why you see a lot of recognizable people. They'll do what? Fly first class. They'll be in the Amex or the Capital One lounge. They'll be away from the normies. They can't just be sitting up in there kicking it with the normies, because niggas will stab you. right? They'll come up and talk to you. You can't be. So I got to move a little bit differently. It sucks. But of course, that has a cost to it. What is the cost of that? I got to pay extra to get extra security. Right here. Now, he did scare me. I mean, because I saw him coming up. Right, I saw him walking up. But people every day that I'm out, people recognize me. So it's a blessing for sure. Like if I went out, everywhere I go, I get recognized at least once. At least once. So it is a blessing that people watch me. But, you know, it's one of those things that I have to really acknowledge that to be truth. To be a truth. And I have to accept it. So I have to be like, okay, what if somebody recognizes me that don't like me? All right, that's the... Shout out to our brother H every day. I immediately dismiss a 304 as soon as I hear what she ain't gonna do. Everything they do is to protect that punani. He says, I hit dig will holler. I think you meant a hit dog will holler. And he says, niggy, 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 free agent lifestyle for life. Sorry for trifling through that.
For life.
Mm-hmm. A hit dog will holler. I think you meant that. We do have a sponsorship that I need to acknowledge. It is our brother here. We're going to call you Kima. He says, first donation of the year. Had to do it big. Pause, as always. Thanks for the hard work. Much respect from your fellow or not so fellow niggy, 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 niggy. He says, take care, my man. And that's a sponsorship. Niggy, 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 niggy.
I'm rich, bitch.
All right, shout out to you, man. Thank you for the support. First time donation of the year with a sponsorship. Mr. Martin says, a lot of guys put up with shit. Do we ever? He says, take care. He says, take Coach Doug Christie, the former Sacramento Kings coach, for example. I remember seeing his wife in an interview many years ago. He think it was on Arsenio Hall. Anyway, she wouldn't allow him to travel for away games without her. That's 41 away games per NBA regular season. And he says right here, and now who's the daddy? Bruh, I wish I would let a woman have some say over any of my affairs going forward. This inspired me to read Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew. Shaking my head, the rumor is Doug Christie's wife, who was, you young people might not remember this, but Doug Christie's wife was a headache. All right. Apparently, there might have been an affair that Doug Christie had, so she wouldn't let Doug Christie out of her sight. Now, the rumor is 20-something years later that Chris Webber has had a child with same woman, Doug Christie's wife. Now, I haven't been able to validate that as a truth. There was a rumor put out, and I actually looked around for sources in this particular story. It could be true, but she was essentially projecting, trying to protect him from cheating, but also cheating. Okay, so that's crazy if that story is true, but I haven't done a show on it because I haven't gotten verification that it's true at all. All right, but it is a crazy rumor, and it's highly likely. It wouldn't be the first time in the NBA that happens. Take a look at Jason Richardson and Steve Nash. Take a look at Russell Wilson and Golden Tate. So now those two, Jason Richardson and Steve Nash, resulted in a child, allegedly. The Russell Wilson and Golden Tate did not result in a child. Okay, so it is possible. When I look at those two stories, it is possible that a teammate could have smashed and possibly impregnated a wife of an NBA player. Steve Nash went all the way through the wife's pregnancy, and then when the wife delivered the baby at the hospital, all right, it was this right here.
I'm Pepe.
That baby came out niggy, 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 half niggy. All right, and he filed for divorce promptly after that. Okay. Yeah, Derek Fisher. Well, Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher, I'm not sure. Were they teammates? I can't remember. But dude, listen, the idea that dudes won't take your girl and smash her or try to dirty mac you and take your girl, it's always going to be. I don't care if you're rich, poor, black, white, Puerto Rican, or Asian. Your girl's going to get pressure. Your girl's going to get pressure. All right. And it could be from an ex. It could be from a teammate, a friend. It could be. Now, whether she does it or not, that's up to her. But it doesn't matter, man. It is okay, so Derek Fisher and Matt Barnes were teammates at one particular point with the Lakers. All right, so yeah, okay. That makes sense. So it's bad. Bad thing, man. So, yeah, man, you never know. That's the dangerous, treacherous game you playing with dating and relationships. From our end. Somebody said Tony Parker smashed Brent Berry's wife. It's Jesus Christ. Man, I remember that story.
It's an evil world.
All right, Martin Muhammad says, I got money.
I got money.
You niggas better hurry up on that money mindset. You need to get to it. As famously stated by the urban sociologist and illicit drug distributor Mario Stansfield, the price on the block going up. The price on the block going up. If you missed it, you missed it.
Boss up, nigga.
If you missed it, you missed it. But by the way, for people that says, well, I don't want this shit and I can't afford it and he need to bring the price down, nigga, we gonna still be on money mindset tomorrow. On Sunday. Whether you want to be there or not, nigga. Like, that's the same thing as y'all niggas putting up with these women. All right, y'all gonna be like, I'm gonna tell her, I'm gonna kick her to the curb. She gonna be on another dick tomorrow. She gonna be on her DMs tomorrow. She gonna be on her phone calling her ex tomorrow, nigga. Putting her in her place. Nah, she gonna cry back to you, but she gonna slob on another dick tomorrow. Ain't no big deal. That's how they think. She'll be like, all right. She just be right back on her phone, answering text messages that she didn't answer for 3 months. All right. As soon as she answer back them text messages, she gonna be putting pussy on dick. Because they gonna respond immediately. They're going to respond immediately. Shout out to our brother here. It is Juan Flores, says, Coach, big fan. Your message is undeniable. I'm watching from YouTube. So this is for all of us stubborn Mitches who don't want to move to a new platform. Either way, no hate. He says, I thank you for the motivation and wisdom. Here's a little love from La Raza. Shout out to you, man. He don't want to go.
Do you have the stomach?
All right, he don't want to go over to Twitch, but I understand. We're going to give you a co-sponsorship anyway. He's staying on YouTube. Shout out to you.
I'm Rizz, bitch.
Yes, you will. Shout out to Juan. I appreciate you, man. Big fan. Big fan. We do have some other brothers. Let's see here. Yep, Nidges is on standby. Soon as you start slipping, she going to be pussy on dick. Our brother here, it is a brother Big Boy, says, Coach, a wise man once said, if you woke up broke, your ass should not have went to sleep. Keep it up, Coach. Boss up in 2025, my ninjas. Keep it up.
Boss up,
he says, if your broke ass, he says, if you woke up broke, your ass shouldn't have went to sleep. All right, you need to come up with a plan. All right. My man that said, wasting money and not your girl. Shout out to you. Shout out to no government name. Since you are a famous figure, do you ever fear for the safety of your loved ones or that the NWO will send a flatback or a ling-ling with pretty feet to you to set you up for false accusations or poison you for waking up the normies? True speaker has no friend. I actually had a ling-ling that I was messing with. She listens to my show from time to time, and I swore she was an agent. I even told her she was an agent. I was like, I know you're a government agent. And she was like, oh, no. We're going to find out in years. All right. I haven't talked to her in a couple months, but I used to tell her she was a spy because she definitely was a spy looking ling-ling. All right. She was a spy.
What kind of fuck you give me?
She was a spy looking ling-ling. All right. She definitely was doing some. But I used to tell her all the time, I know you a spy, but I still was in it.
American people ain't kind of fuck.
All right, I still got it. All right, I even had a Natasha, all right, that I said, did Putin send you or what? All right, I used to tell her, Putin must have sent you. For sure. And I got them. I was in her too, all right? I fell for it. But it is what it is. Officer Brayon, quick question, Coach. Do you think learning how to be a salesman and conflict resolution are two skills every man needs to learn? Yes. Yes. Every man needs to learn these skills. You need to learn these skills, conflict resolution and be a salesman. Because what you're listening to is guys that are unstable. telling you to smack holes up and put her in check and all of these things. Conflict resolution, even when people approach you and then you get riled up and then you escalate somebody's anger or you escalate the tension, and then now all of a sudden you're in a bad situation that money can't get you out of. So men do need to learn sales. That's going to take you a long way for sure. And then when people try to sell you, you know they're selling you. You know they're selling you. You know they're going through a script. Like, anybody ever experienced that? You went through sales training and then you later on in life have somebody go through sales with you. They approach you. Hi, Mr. Negro. I just want to add that I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you give me a few seconds of your time, I will be out of your hair. I just wanted to let you know and ask you a question here. All right. I just want to ask you a question. All right. Do you think that you need a new water filter? Do you find the water to be hard and smelling like bleach coming out of your water? And they start going through their script. And you're like, listen, man, I don't want anything to do with any sales pitch right now. I just don't have the time. I know you don't have the time, but kindly, I'll just take a minute. All right, just give me a minute of your time. I won't keep you long. And they've already overcome objection number 1, which is to dismiss them. Right? That's an easy objection to dismiss. They already know you're going to dismiss them. So you already gave them the easy objection to overcome. And do they stop? Do they ever stop when you say, you know what? I don't have time for this. Do they ever say, okay? They're told to never take the first no. So they're going to go through their next script. Okay, objection number 1. I don't have time. You don't need time, sir. I can call you anytime. I can come back. I can come back to the door. What time should I come back? What time do you have time? All right. And you're like, holy shit, bro. Listen, I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to be nice to you before I fucking flip out. All right. I don't have time for this shit. I'm not even interested. I know you're not interested, but do you understand I'm going to save you $1,500 a year by putting on these solar panels? All right, what you should do is close the door on they funky ass, but you trying to be nice. What'll happen is, what'll happen is you have to understand that a lot of people learn how to sell you, including women. Then when women sell you, you just be looking at them like, and also experience with a lot of women will let you know they're selling you. Because every woman telling you the same thing, you're like, damn. Like, they all using the same fucking script. So how do you believe that this woman's telling you, you're so wonderful, you're so great, I love you, you're the best, you got the best deals, Nick, I love you, I can't live without you? How do you believe that? If you still believe in that, you're crazy. All right, you're nuts. Because I done had dozens and hundreds of women tell me the same goddamn thing. And then as soon as you tell her to kick rocks, she on another dick. Like, not even the next day, she on another dick. She on another dick that night. She in somebody else's text message that night. Shout out to our brother, Demetrius Brown says, you are right, CGA. Trying to mac or run game is not very effective. Guys got to pay. He says right here, for example, did you hear of the Justin Bieber recent IG post of feeling frustrated that the women in his life are only around him because of what he can do for them? Justin Bieber said he's sick of being in transactional relationships. I talked about that yesterday, I think on Crime and Law CGA. So even Justin, these people know why people are around. Once you accept why people are around, you'll be able to deal with them better. You'll be able to deal with them better. But to believe you're just so wonderful, all right, I don't believe that. Right? I'm not that wonderful of a person. I mean, I'll put a dick in a woman's back. All right, but that's that. But I know somebody else could probably do it better than me, so I ain't worried about it. This is so great. This is the best I've ever had. Okay, whatever. Stiliano says, Coach, I'd rather you do IRL from the house anyway. F these ninjas. Shout out to them, man. I appreciate that, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
It's crazy. All right, we got the next segment. The next segment is, and yes, you're an amigo. Your ego is not your amigo. We have the next video, which is Rate Your Rizz. Rate their Rizz. All right, so we got Ninja Meat, and we got a starving ass ninja. Let's go. Take you to it. Let me make sure I don't give away her IG because, you know, I'm not trying to promote these skeezers. But we do have a video right here, and there you go. Oh, man. Oh, man. What do we see here? I see a PAWG. All right, so Justin, take it away from here.
Do you ran into the right
bro?
folks?
What's your type? You like black, white?
I like white girls more better.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially the thick time.
That's what I'm talking
Word.
about. Snow bunny.
Yeah. In other words, PAWG.
Pod. That's what I like. Yeah. Hey, say that bit again. Say it one more time, but say it slow.
PAWG. P-A-W-G. Fat ass white girls.
That's what I'm talking about.
What you like, bro?
Yeah.
I like fat ass white girls, the thick time.
Ooh,
the curvy types.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Okay.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. You fall, fat ass white girl.
Fat ass white girl.
Shit, I got, but I know
what I'm talking about.
Okay, here we go. We know a bunch of them, so let's see the video here of Rate Their Rizz.
Damn, it's all there.
Thank you.
Can I get your autograph?
Look at me.
Damn, it's all there.
Thank you.
Can I get your autograph?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right, look at him. And it's always these bum ninjas, man. Hey, man, shout out to him. He might be going through a tough time in his life, and all he has is the crispy mouthpiece. So
Yeah, that brother's starving.
you can tell he has no business trying to approach anybody. All right, look at and go get a haircut. He looks like he possibly was in the military based on his pack that he has on. I'm not sure. But, sir, leave this alone, man. This ain't this ain't it. This ain't your time to shine. This ain't your time to shine, ninja. It's time to pack it up, homie. Hey, pack it up.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
So these dudes out here, look, this is what I tell ninjas, these mouthpiece ninjas. All right, man, listen, it ain't time, man. You need to just go get some money on. All right, I tell you, this woman could go for at least $1,000, all right, or less. Easy. And if it ain't her, it'll be another one just like her. You need to chill out, man. Let it slide, homie. All right, this woman is for sale. Talk about get your autograph. Nigga, what? All right, look at that. That is PAWGalicious, too. That is PAWGalicious. You don't got a car. She got a car. All right, and look at, yeah, he weather beaten. He in a bad shape. You need to go to the VA and get cleaned up a little bit, and maybe I'll give you $10 to go to the barbershop. This is not for you, man. She looked like she at least took a shower yesterday. You look like you missed a couple showers, all right, and you just talking about get your autograph. Yeah, she said nah, and the other girl said smile at me. So now they're gonna use you as now they're gonna use you as a thumbnail.
Look at me.
Now you a thumbnail. All right. Look at it.
Oh, that's nasty.
Now you a thumbnail. And boy, is he starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
Ninja meat. All right, ninja meat. And this is undeniable. We're not beating these allegations. We're not beating these allegations. All right, we got rate his Rizz, by the way. Rate his Rizz. All right, we got Rate Your Rizz Torta edition for Tuesday. All right, so one of the criticisms I have about this type of activity, it's always almost going to be low-hanging fruit. And people will deny me of this, but, you know, these Rizz channels almost always prove it. What'll happen is they'll start off high on the hog, and then they'll lower their standards and lower them until they achieve success, and they'll say it's a numbers game. So what do we have here? I mean, two women that I wouldn't even approach. They would have to approach me. All right, plus the Asian Nana. All right, the Asian Nana got to go too. All right, but anyway. All right, we got two women here. Let's see him with the Rizz. We're going to rate it too. Okay, here we go.
Excuse me? I'm so sorry. I just need to tell you know, I hate period cramps. I'm a male feminist. What's your name? Luna. Luna? I need your number.
Okay.
Thank you. And what's your name? Cheyenne.
What did he say? He said, I hate period
I hate them. I hate them. So actually, you know, this is perfect. So I'm actually like a scientist, right? and I'm trying to get rid of period cramps. So I've been conducting this study that like takes them away for 9 months. Would you like to be a test subject?
Are you fucking joking?
I'm serious. I'm serious.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Okay, he's a male feminist. He takes away period cramps for 9 months. If you don't get that, you don't get it. You too slow. All right, so he's talking about impregnating her, and so she doesn't have a period. But, I mean...
Yeah, that brother's starving.
You could hire someone off the street. That's going to be better than this, man. But I know he's doing it for content. He's doing it for content. Coach, he's doing it for content. Yeah, we definitely got a Puerto Rican strag. Luna. All right, how about Moon? Here we go.
When he's pregnancy. Oh my God! Why did I not get that? Oh my.
I'm serious.
She didn't get it.
So yeah, you just gotta fill out the survey. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
I like your tats.
Thank you. I just got them.
Oh really?
Skeezer.
How much was it?
Like 100.
Okay, not bad. Well, it's nice meeting you.
You too.
This is how we say bye in my country.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
I'm
from the U.S.
Thank you.
Yeah,
all right.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I just needed to let you know.
Yeah, and it's a numbers game, guys. That's what they get. Rate is Rizz. He definitely had a scheme going in there with the pregnancy joke. She looked like she's pregnant already. Look at that wide nose. She's definitely already pregnant. Or she's been pregnant. All right. And also he has this script related to he's made him laugh. I mean, I don't know. This is wild to me. But do you. Do you. Oh man, men need something to do. They need something to do. All right, because this ain't it. This ain't it. Not even in my mall days would I approach this. I mean, we used to have standards out here, but it's a numbers game. Rate is Rizz. All right, shout out to him. Rate is Rizz. I'm tired of these niggas telling y'all to Rizz these skeezers up. All right, what do we got here? We have a woman, a Houston 10, according to this post by Spiritual Word. The woman's name is Bella. The way y'all speak to these men be wild. This woman is, you see the woman on your screen, what it's like leaving the club in Houston. Apparently, this Houston woman rejects a man's advances outside the club, and it sparks a debate over her response. Let's see her response, and we're going to rate his Rizz.
Bitches nowadays can't even take their shoes off inside of the club because a nigga like this talking to me.
What do you mean, nigga like what?
I said, get the fuck out my face, right?
What do you mean?
Bitch ass nigga, get the fuck out my face.
What you mean? Like, I'm bugged. What are you talking about? What do you mean, baby? I don't know.
Nigga, you got 3.5 seconds for this high heel going in your motherfucking eye socket.
Go on my eye socket. Why would you do that?
Do you think I'm playing?
Nigga, I ain't worried about nothing, man. You talking about eye socket all night. I ain't tripping on nothing.
Okay, but if I say get out my face and you ain't got out my face, why the fuck you still in my face?
Because I'm trying to figure out why you trying to be so hostile all of a sudden.
Because I don't want to talk to you, bro. Look how close you are to me.
I just fucked up. I just walked.
You been walked up, nigga. I said get the fuck away from me 3 times.
Nothing. I ain't been there.
And you're still here. Just shut the fuck up and keep walking.
I'm saying I was just trying to talk to you.
No, I don't want to talk to you.
Go ahead, dude.
Bye. The fuck, weirdo. Your mama, nigga. Your mama, your daddy. I can't hear what the fuck you're saying. Pussy, you're mad because you got rejected. Yeah.
Oh.
The fuck? Ugh, bitch, I hate coming out. I'm going the fuck back inside forever. Forever. Fuck.
Damn. Oh my goodness here.
Oh, the humanity.
Man. All right, rate his Rizz. All right, he definitely was continue to Rizz. And she had some stuff to say here. And the holla monster was getting cut off at the kneecaps. Man, she is a little petite woman to be talking all of that mess. All right, I can tell by her neck and her shoulder width, the width of her shoulder from her neck, that this is a small woman. This is not a very large woman at all. And she can be strangled. She can be strangled easily like Bart Simpson gets strangled. We're going to pull it up. All right, let me see here. Like Bart Simpson getting strangled. Like that would not even be that hard. Is it Bart Simpson? Yeah, let's go ahead and pull it up. The Bart Simpson strangulation. All right, this could be bad news. All right, if he wanted to crash out. But he was so hell-bent on try to overcome this type of objections, he don't realize he's getting massively embarrassed and disrespected, like on a massive level. And even the top dating coaches tell you, don't put up with this type. You definitely got to walk away when it gets this thick. Now, this woman, again, is too good looking to be out here acting like this. So this is when dudes say there's a lot of 10s in Houston, although she looks pretty decent with makeup. Dudes will call her a 10, all right? But look, she's got the damn baby hair, the big-ass snuffleupagus eyelashes, and the face full of makeup. She ain't a 6. She ain't a 10. She's about a 7, all right? Or, yeah, she's about a 7 when you take all that out. She probably is cute, but her mouth is angry, okay? Her mouth is angry and reckless. But then the sad part is he kept trying to Rizz her. Well, I was just trying to come up to you and, all right, I was just trying to come up and talk to you. Why you got to be so disrespectful and rude? Oh, my gosh. That is terrible, man. What is wrong with these dudes? What is wrong with these dudes?
Bitches nowadays can't even take their shoes off inside of the club because a nigga like this talking to me.
What do you mean, nigga, like what?
I said, get the fuck out my face, right?
What do you mean?
Bitch ass nigga, get.
All right, so I'm going to tell you, man, the disrespect, the interaction, this is not the full interaction because she already interacted with him prior to recording. People have to remember this. So it sounds like she already told him to get out of her face. And then since he didn't, then she recorded. So we did not see the in full interaction. He could have came up respectfully. He could have came up disrespectfully. She could have politely declined him, and or she could have been an asshole from the beginning. We don't know this. We can't tell. So now she's going left with it. All right, bitch ninja, calling him a bitch ninja, a bitch niggy, a bitch niggy.
Get the fuck out my face.
What you mean? Like, I'm bugged. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about, he's trying to demonstrate, again, he's trying to demonstrate who he is. This is who I am. I'm a rapper. I'm a SoundCloud rapper. You don't know who I am. This is who I am. And he doesn't look like a complete bum. He definitely is at a nightclub with a Nike shirt on, right? That shows you how little these niggas are trying. And then she is also in prime position to get that Bart Simpson treatment. Like, to be sitting down and talking shit is crazy work, right? To be in that position right there where you right in the position where he can slip 5 fingers or at least 4 fingers and a thumb around your neck, all right? So I don't know why these women want to test these angry ass men. But I'm going to tell you, he hasn't been in that nightclub because he probably is not wearing the proper attire. He just parking lot pimping.
What do you mean, baby? I don't know.
Nigga, you got 3.5 seconds for this high heel going in your motherfucking eye socket.
Wow, that is crazy, man. Poor thing, man. She too petite to be talking about doing something as reckless as that. Boy, she reading him the riot act. Goodness gracious. All right, that could have definitely been the Bart Simpson. She could have earned a Bart Simpson. Because let me just tell you, if a man said that to another man, you getting the Bart Simpson. All right. So if I said that to another man in a seated position, I could probably anticipate that I could get strangled. All right. I'm going to get strangled talking that. So, wow. And that shows you how desperate he is to be able to put up with this amount of disrespect.
Boy, my eyesight. Why would you do that?
Do you think I'm playing?
I ain't worried about nothing, man.
I ain't worried about nothing. He's still hollering.
Okay, but if I say get out my face and you ain't got out my face, why the fuck you still in my face?
Because I'm trying to figure out why you trying to be so hostile all of a sudden.
See, he's begging. He's bargaining still. I'm just trying to figure out why you being so hostile. Oh, man. But he will tell you he gets it for free and he's a player. I'm a player out here. I'll be getting these hoes for free, coach. I would never pay. That's what he's saying. He probably says he's a part-time PM.
Because I don't want to talk to you, bro. Look how close you are to me.
I just walked up. I just walked.
You been walked up, nigga. I said get the fuck away from me 3 times.
I ain't been there.
And you're still here. Just shut the fuck up and keep walking.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to talk to you.
No,
I'm sorry, I was just trying to talk to you. Man. Wow. Wow. But, oh, by the way, back in the day, that's how your grandmother and your grandfather met, through the exact same scenario. And then she saw him the next week and she felt sorry for him. Rate his Rizz. All right. And her response. And then people are going to be, I know a lot of people are going to be pissed at her and they're going to say, well, this is how women act when you approach them. I think he definitely is in the wrong. Now, she got a potty mouth herself, but he definitely is not getting the hint. What else is she supposed to do? Call for security? Now, I wouldn't go berate him. I mean, that's probably the wrong thing to do because obviously he could crash out and now it's one less bitch I got to worry about. All right, so I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't suggest women be that reckless about the mouth. But since she's reckless about the mouth, and she's clearly used to rejecting guys, and also she's threatening to never come outside again, I don't know who wins. Sadly enough, a lot of men, especially melanated men, put up with this type of disrespect. Man, I mean, well, meaning that you will try to engage with this woman in a relationship. I'm just trying to talk to you, ma'am. And then let's just say she says, okay, let me give you a chance. You think she's going to respect you? All right, I know. Niggas don't care about respect. All right, what do we got here? It's an evil world we live in coming up. This is going to be a record pace-setting show. All right, we're already at It's an evil world we live in. Yes, that means there's opportunities for you to contribute to today's show by hitting the like button. All right, hitting the like button. Oh, is it? Okay, what is it? It's an evil world we live in. Okay, all right, we're already here, okay?
It's an evil world we live in.
It's Wednesday. It's hump day. All right, it says, oh, this is interesting. What about this, guys? This is an interesting message from a divorce attorney. I featured her before. She says married women with straight male friends are a red flag. All right, I'm going to have to put the agree or disagree on this one. We've heard it from her before. Married women with straight male friends are a red flag. Somebody says she has a follow-up video. Okay, before we do that, she has a follow-up video. Let me see if I can find that because we are ahead of schedule. So let me see here.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
Okay, we are ahead of schedule. How do I find her follow-up video? All right, let me see what we got here. That was a day ago. Let's see, we got a follow-up video. Okay. Yep, nope, I don't see it. All right, scrolling down. Where is the girl? She has a follow-up video. I don't really know. I don't see it, but this was a day ago. All right, scrolling down there. There we go right there. Okay, there she is. How do I find the follow-up video? Anybody know? Wait. It's on the same post. Oh, okay. No, it's not. I don't see it on the same post. Maybe it's on another platform on the same post. It's not on the same post here. All right. Let's see here. Was it on WorldStar? WorldStar IG. This ninja lion derailing my show. What the fuck? Here we go right here. He didn't derail my show trying to make me look for he got me on a wild goose chase. What the hell? Okay, let me see here. Houston woman rejects man. All right, let me see if we got it. All right, we got, okay, that spiritual word. All right, here we go right here. Houston man tries to talk to a woman. All right, there ain't no damn follow-up video. Ninja, please. What kind of shit is this? You lying? Ninja got me on a wild goose chase looking for some shit. All right, hold on for a second. Ninja up here lying on my show. What the hell? Ninja, send me the link. Got me up here, got lying and shit. I don't see no damn follow-up video. It just, okay, next. We got, it's an evil world we live in. Okay, here we go right here.
It's an evil world we live in.
Oh, he trying to send me on the group. Man, send the link to locals. Send the link to locals and tell me when you post it over there. Ninja trying to tell me there's a follow-up video. Niggy. All right, here, put it over there. All right, put it over there, man. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's get back to it. It's the evil world we live in. What do you think about this? All right, let's do it. It's agree to disagree or agree or disagree. Women with straight male friends are a red flag. All right. Agree or disagree? Let's see what we got here. Women with straight male friends are a red flag. Here we go.
Is it a red flag in the marriage if she has male friends? If they're not gay male friends, it's definitely a problem. There's too much of an opportunity for intimacy. And so if she's going to be going out with her male friend or going someplace with her male friend, that means she is developing interests outside of the marriage. All of a wife's energies should be devoted to the family, because after you work, there isn't that much time left. I am sure that trusting your wife is something that is very, very important. But why would this person not become a couple friend? Why wouldn't they do things together? How often is the wife getting together with this person? Why is she getting together with him separate? What is going on? And the facts are very important. And I think that it is an issue. It's definitely a red flag. Is it a red flag in the marriage if she has male friends?
All right. That is the question right there. This is a tough one, man. This is a tough one for a lot of people because the normies are going to tell you, don't worry about it. All right, don't worry about it. If you do worry about it, they're going to call you controlling and insecure. So you guys, a lot of people will not be able to draw a line here. It's going to be difficult. Some women will say, I have a male friend for 25 years. I've never messed with him. How do we know? We don't know that for sure. All right, because when women get drunk and they slip on a banana peel, all of a sudden dick enters them and they don't know what happened. All right, they don't have accountability for people going inside of their pussy. All right, they start saying he just happened, he went inside, and I realized later they start losing their mind. For me, this is an easy one. For me, this is an easy one because whether straight or gay, it's a red flag. For me, it's something that I don't accept because it's too easy to call anybody. Oh, it's a gay best friend. It's a gay male friend. This is, for me, I have a zero tolerance policy with it because almost every time that I've caught these male friends or gay best friends, there's always some bullshit that they try to talk out of. So when you find the bullshit, they'll say, oh, it's the gay best friend. So they'll use that as a cover, okay? They'll use it as a cover to throw off your scent. Now, at that point, you got to have a zero tolerance policy. What guys don't do is press upon that. Okay, show me. Show me the communication between said gay best friend. And what you'll figure out is they'll pivot off that. So they'll leave that, and then now you got them in a pickle. Now you got them in a pickle. They're stuck between second and first base. So now as they're trying to get out of the pickle, they'll start digging a hole and digging a hole. And then as a guy, you have to have a zero tolerance policy at that point. You got to cut them off. Because now we got lies. Now they got to uncover some lies. Now you're going to realize what happened. So you got to be careful with this one. Depends on who you are. Depends on how much leverage you have. Depends on if you're cheating. Depends on a lot of things. But for me, I don't share women that I have a financial interest in. Okay? If I have a financial interest in a woman, I don't share, or I don't continue to share. If I have no financial interest in a woman, meaning that she's a rental, she's a hookup, she's a friends with benefits, then I tend to not care. All right, I don't give a fuck what you do. So I have no gray area with this one. My areas are black and white. My areas are black and white. When you're doing this, it's going to set yourself up for failure along the way. So I have a zero tolerance policy. If I have a financial interest, she's married to me. All right. Yeah, she will fight you on it, which means in effect, she'll say, well, I'll choose to be with him. You can't tell me who I can't be friends with. She'll literally trade the interest of the husband for the interest of the friend. This is going to make you vulnerable. If the wife is telling you she has more of an interest in the friend than she does the husband, this makes you vulnerable because how far can she stretch this interest? What if the male friend is in a financial pickle and you're giving your wife money and she's putting money towards the male friend? You see what I mean? Like that puts you at a vulnerability. And this does happen. This does happen. The money that you're giving your wife, you think she's giving, and then she's all of a sudden helping another man. You didn't intend for her to help another man, but she's going to say, it's my friend. I always help my friend. That makes you vulnerable because she didn't disclose that she was helping the male friend. She didn't say, give me money, I'm going to give to my male friend. She didn't say that. She snuck to give him the money that you were giving her. And that could be anything, support or whatever. What if the male friend goes homeless and gets divorced? Or she'll say, well, it's a male friend, but he's in a relationship. That don't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything just because your male friend has a girlfriend and you know them. It means nothing to me. So you do have to have somebody not patient here. He says, I want to see the Sadia part. Too bad, motherfucker. Keep watching the video. But if you are vulnerable, if they're hiding things, they're lying by omission, they're omitting information about their male friend or past ex, you got to cut it off. You have to. That's the red flag. Most of the time, these relationships exist with her lying by omitting information, which is still lying. So I draw the line on that. All right. Now, a lot of guys don't draw the line on that, and that's for your own personal flavor and taste. You can do whatever you want. All right. I don't really care what you do. But for me, how I teach things, if I have a financial interest in a woman, male friends can't exist to the point that if it's a male friend, why aren't we friends with that male? Why is it just your separate friend? He never comes around. You only go see him when I'm not here. Right? When I'm out of town, all of a sudden the male friend takes my place at dinner. The male friend comes over only when I'm not there. Right? See, these aren't male friends. These are people she has an interest in to monkey branch to. And I definitely have a zero tolerance policy for that. Only when I have a financial interest, marriage. Let's say I have a sugar baby on an allowance and I say, this is exclusive. And she says, yes. Oh, this is my male friend. Cut off. All right. So, or I'm just talking to this guy. I don't have an interest in him, but I have an interest in you. So I cut it off. It could be any of these scenarios. But if it's a woman, a fling, maybe a hookup or an ex-girlfriend coming back, I don't care. I don't have she's a sugar baby and she got 10 sugar daddies. I don't care. All right. I'm just using her for the night. But this is where they play the game where you can trust me, but then really you'll find that you can't. Because they'll hide behind male best friend. They'll hide behind, I knew him before I knew you. They'll hide behind, he's a gay best friend. Right? That's what I do. That's just the way I do it. And 96% of people say it is indeed a red flag. It is indeed a red flag. And by the way, somebody's going to say, what if it's a man and he has a female best friend or a female friend and he's married? That's a red flag. It's a red flag as well. If they're both under the assumption of monogamy and he has a female friend who only he associates with and the wife has no association with that woman, that is a red flag. I would throw the penalty flag on that shit too. I would be like, nah, fuck that. Okay? Fuck that. Nah. They should be, if you're a couple, they should be the couple's best friend. They should be the couple's friend. That's how that works. If they got to be separate from the couple and they got to be separate from the other spouse, but they're your friend, nah, fuck that. That's a no-go. That's a no-go. I don't care if it's a man or a woman in that situation. You're playing with fire. Just be honest of who the girl is, or if you're the guy and it's the female that has the male friend, just be honest. This is my ex, right? I used to fuck, all right? Because that's normally the case. That male friend he might have an interest in her. Let's be honest. Does he have an interest in you? Oh, no, he would never. He's like a brother to me. He's like my play brother. He like my homie that I went to school with. Okay, there's an interest there, or there's a past there. Because when you find out, let's just say, and this happens, the male friend is there. And then you overlook it. It's just a friend. I trust her. But then 5 years into marriage, you find out they used to fuck. before you met her. You find out it was not just a male friend, it was an ex or it was an ex-lover. But you let 5 years of the marriage go. Is that a violation of the marriage? Did you get married under fraud? Because they lied to you. So how important is that information now that before you walked her down the aisle, you overlooked it and said, I trust her. But 5 years later, you found out they was fucking. And they probably fucked during your marriage, but they ain't going to tell you that. You just found out they was fucked. They fucked before. And you'll be like, huh? And if you dig a little bit deeper, you find out they were still fucking. Dig a little bit deeper. All you have to do is take the timeline and match it up. All you'll have to do is take the timeline and match it up. And this is going to be tough for you because you're going to have to do some groundwork. You're going to have to go back and go, when did y'all stop fucking? And you're going to find out they did not stop fucking when you met her, even possibly throughout the relationship and marriage. There's something that went down somewhere. And then you're going to see overlap. You're going to see overlap. You're going to be like, wait a minute. At this time, we were doing this. At this time, we were engaged. At this time, you said we were committed. At this time, and she's like, no, it was 2 months before I committed to you. It was 2 months after I committed to you. I met you and then I cut him off. You're going to figure out there was some overlap. And then at that point, you got a hard decision to make. This decision is easy for me. I cut it off. All right, because what you'll have to do is you'll find out there was some overlap. It almost inevitably is going to happen. And most men do not press that far because they're going to come off as controlling and insecure. She's just going to play you for that. You're insecure. You're controlling. You don't understand. And then when you do the homework, you're going to go, shit, everybody plays the fool. Yep, if you broke up with her for a couple of days, she went to go fuck him. That was the first person she went to go fuck. Or maybe not him, but his friend. All right, she fucked his friend. All right, they went over there. She went over there for comfort. Another nigga was over there, and they were fucking. So I'm going to tell you, man. I know there's a lot of people that don't want to believe this. I'm sad for you. I know you're sad for me, but I'm sad for you. This is really going to be the case almost inevitably. About 80% chance that this is the case. He said, or both him and the friend. Yes. For me, I have a zero tolerance policy. There's no going forward from this. So soon as I see possibilities of this exists, especially if I have a financial interest or we've had a discussion to draw the line and say, this is the date, this is my expectation, and it gets violated, you got to cut her off. And if you don't have the money or you've moved her in and you lost leverage or she's pregnant with your kid, you don't have the leverage anymore. You don't have the leverage. Now, the reason why we're talking about it from the male perspective is because typically men do not get this exception when it comes from the woman. So typically you will find that some woman will be like, it's okay. It's his female friend and I don't care. You typically will have a woman say that here and there and she'll say she doesn't mind. Now those women are few and far between. I would venture to say that 90% of women will not consider that fair. Unless she has male friends that she wants to keep on the side. Unless she's doing the same thing. If she's not doing the same thing and she's trying to maintain monogamy, you will find that she ain't going for no female friend. She ain't going for that. That is separate from her. She's not going for it. Especially a Latina. A Latina woman ain't going for that shit. All right. You will find that white women who are doing white women things and occasional liberal black woman, all right, will continue to do this shit. But the reason why we're not talking about it from the male perspective is that, or from the female perspective, is that it is rarely the case that women are going to accept this type of behavior in a relationship. Okay. It doesn't mean even if she allows it, she's going to believe that she's going to just be like, oh, I don't care. He's going to go spend the night over at this female friend's house. Never going to happen. All right, she will start looking and watching for bullshit. But from the male perspective, it's typically us needing to accept this. When we know women have orbiters, women monkey branch, women keep men on deck. 50%. What was the stat about divorce, married women or women in relationships? Let me see here. Have a backup partner. The data was the plan B. Over 50% of women have a backup partner already picked out while in a relationship. Okay, so anybody that's like, man, y'all tripping, y'all putting too much thought into it. Well, not really. Okay, if 50% of women in relationships have a backup partner already selected during your relationship, it is true that a male friend can be the backup partner or the previous partner. All right, that's not that hard to figure out and explain. It has nothing to do with controlling, insecure, or people who have trust issues. All right, it is that women typically do this as a dating strategy. The dating strategy is to keep backup partners. All right, and I'm venturing to say it's more. A backup partner refers to an individual who stands by as a potential romantic option in case a person's current relationship hits a rough patch or comes to an end. It's not about having a secret affair or planning for a breakup, but rather keeping a supportive connection in the wings just in case. And this is the women doing this, by the way. And then it says right here, why do people choose to have a backup partner? Emotional security. Knowing there's someone you can turn to if things go south in your current relationship can provide a sense of emotional safety. Reducing pressure. The societal expectation of finding the one can be overwhelming. Backup partners offer a buffer, allowing individuals to explore relationships without the pressure of finding a lifelong commitment. And there's an ethical dilemma. For sure, the ethical dilemma is that if you disagree with this, you're controlling and insecure as a man, right? You're supposed to allow this to happen. You're supposed to be like, well, I mean, I guess, I believe my girl won't be the one that does it to me. There's a dilemma. Is this fair? Well, when men do it, certainly ain't fair. When women do it, they're like, there's an ethical dilemma. There's no ethical dilemma. All right? People are just putting up with bullshit with women. All right, that's what they're doing because they're too weak. They're too weak to call broads out on this. Let's just call a spade a spade. Men are too weak to call broads out on this. That's what it is. Because women call us out on this bullshit. They'll be like, we're already assumed to be having nefarious dealings there. All right, but men are too weak to call out the bullshit. There was a woman that said this the other day on Agree or Disagree, where she said, women don't cheat better. When they cheat, they have men that play their position. So this goes along with the same idea. When a woman cheats with a man, he figures he's getting the best deal. He doesn't have to support her. He doesn't have to commit to her. He doesn't have to give her a relationship. He doesn't have to take care of her kids. He doesn't have to take her out on dates. She just comes over and drops the pussy off. He's not going to blow up her primary relationship. He's not going to be like, I just want to tell you as a man to man, that your wife cheated on you with me and I want to be with her. Very rarely that's going to be the case. He's getting a great deal. So if you're in a relationship with a woman and she has a male best friend and he just smashing and then just nutting in her and she coming back to you, living up under your roof, breathing up all your air, y'all going grocery shopping on Saturday at Target, you're doing all the work and he just doing all the fucking. Right? He's like, this is great. But when women tend to have affairs and the woman is the second woman, she typically is trying to move up to the first woman spot. So she typically will, for a period of time, deal with being the friend and then eventually blow up the spot. She can't handle it. So those are two different things. Two different things, 100%. This is why a woman can have a male friend and he don't blow up the spot. He don't tell you. He don't pull you to the side and be like, psst, psst. All right. He don't be like, man, your wife be out here sucking my dick every week and I want her to be my girl. He's going to get her when you finally get the balls to break up with her. When you finally get the balls to break up with her, she gonna be the first call. She gonna be the first pillow she lays on. And it's gonna be that day. Matter of fact, when you're calling her out in the midst of breaking up with her, she's texting him while you're breaking up with her. While you telling her to pack her shit, she's texting him to get ready for that motherfucking air mattress she about to be laying on. Right? 100%. My man's okay. 100%. You in the middle of kicking that bitch out of your house and telling her to pack her shit. You know what she doing? She texting the male best friend. Either to come over and fuck you up, come over to help her pack up. Yep, she hitting her up. I need a place to stay. This nigga done found out and he tripping. So I'm about to pull up, catch the Uber over, or I'm about to drive over to your house. So can I stay over? And he like, oh, bitch. All right, you're a friend, and he gonna come beat the brakes off of her and knock the Mario coins out of her punani. That's what he gonna do. She gonna be sitting up there like, all right. Anybody that disagrees with this, well, I have a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn, I suppose. But this is typically how it works. Or she texting her female friend like, this nigga done found out. I fucked up. Can I come over to your house? Because she gonna need a place to stay. Okay, anyway, it's an evil world we live in, isn't it? It is.
It's an evil world
My
we live in.
says, happened to me, and they do it with no care. They do it with no care. The only time they care is when they get caught. Same as men, by the way. The only time they care is when they get caught. When they get caught, they start scrambling, scraping for shit, and maybe crying and telling you the best, I love you, and you got to be like, you have to have a heart like Hitler. You have to be colder than a Russian woman. You have to literally have a black or white policy and cut her off for real. Because she fucking played you, and it's okay. We all get played. Don't think you ain't gonna get out here and get played. But you get played, man. And the sad part about it is, before you get some pussy, another dude is gonna knock Mario coins out that girl before you get another piece of pussy. You're gonna be sitting there clutching a pillow, and she gonna be getting the Mario coins knocked out of her by another nigga in T-minus 12 to 24 hours. Somebody that was in her inbox already, that she told you, I don't even be answering these guys. I don't even be entertaining them. All right, they reaching out to me. I'm not even responding back. All she gonna do is respond back to 2 or 3, and by the end of the night, and you gonna be crying, holding your pillow like Stewie. And she gonna find comfort by putting pussy on dick. Oh, it's an evil world we live in. Who think I'm lying?
It's an evil world we live in.
Who thinks I'm lying, guys? You guys think women? I don't know why y'all trust women at all. They are very deceptive when it comes to this particular side of the relationship game. All right. Anyway, this woman says the truth about a good man. All right. Shout out to this woman right here. Here we go. Right here. The truth about a good man. She says. Here we go.
The men that y'all claim don't exist no more. I had that type of man. I had him. And I lost him because I was stupid, foolish, young, immature, possessive, mean, with a nasty attitude, ungrateful, entitled, and ignorant. I had a good man. One who gave me roses, romantic surprises, lingerie, gift baskets. He cooked, he cleaned, he had roses and candles lined up to the floor. He was romantic. He would throw me $1,000 even when he wasn't rich just to go get my damn hair done. My toes, my nails was there. He cared about me. He played old school music and slow dance with me. He fucked me good, took care of me, took care of my kids. I had a good man. And I lost him because the men that
Oh, because what? No, you fumbled him. You didn't lose him. Why did you lose him?
I First of all, I was shocked that I even got somebody like that. I had never had nobody like that before. And I went into overdrive just doing stupid shit to try to control him and put my claws in him. And it was unnecessary because I had somebody who loved me for real and did not cheat.
All right, so breaking this down, this seems like it's going to be a long, thorough explanation. She had a guy that she never thought she would get. He treated her right, and she still tried to manipulate him. Okay, so she still tried to play games with him, and she still listened to her broke, single-ass girlfriends give her advice on the relationship, and she still tried to play behind his back with Pookie. All right, so that's basically what she's saying. And I tried to sink my claws in him and manipulate him and control him and gaslight him, and that's what she's saying. And I fumbled him. You didn't lose him. You fumbled him because you tried to play him for the nice guy role. And now you out here dealing with broke dick again. She out here dealing with broke dick. That's what she is right here.
Loyal. Oh, loyal. If you got some man like that, please do the work. Be appreciative and be grateful. Don't be entitled. Do kind and nice things for him. Don't just be a taker. Give back. Respect him. Oh, respect him.
Respect him. Yeah, so what happened was she made a man a Coach Gang member for sure. And now she's like, do the work. I should have done this. I had this and I took it for granted. And I tried to play him and, treat him like a trick. And I thought I could get another one, but I was fiending for Pookie. But now, rent due. All right? That's what happens. Rent is due.
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
But respect him. Is it respect? It's respect. She from New York.
Because that man, baby, he gone. He with a new woman.
Yes. Well.
And she looked happy as hell. She looked happy as I did when I was with him. I'm happy for her. You live, you learn. But I'm here to tell you, you guys always say, oh, there's no good men that don't exist. They exist, but they are rare.
I don't think they're rare. I think they do come across, in my opinion, I think they do come across all women's lives, and women fumble them. So they fumble them. Unfortunately, I think they all come in their lives before they're 25. And then after 25, they don't show back up until they're 40 or 45, the woman.
And that's you.
If possible. So these men do show up, but then what happened is they're rare because these women make these men villains, right? So this man becomes a villain. He becomes a red pill podcaster. He becomes a Kevin Samuel acolyte. He becomes Andrew Tate Tater Tot, right? He becomes a CGA Coach Gang member. So then they're never nice to another woman. All right, I was trying to be nice to you, but you played me or you finessed me or you didn't respect me. And then he ends up going, well, fuck that. The next woman I do this, I'll never do that for another woman. So that's what happens. That's why they're rare.
And if they came into your life, take this message as go get some therapy, go get some help, go heal, go work on yourself. And pour back into that man, because a good man will wake up one day. Good men are not blinded to the fact that they are a wonderful person to be with. They just love your ass. And when they love you, they stay and they stay and they stay and they stay because they hoping you will get it together.
That's why, again, she's explaining why then I develop a zero tolerance policy. Because they stay and try to work it out, stay through the manipulation, stay to, oh, he's just a friend, he's a gay best friend. They'll stay, and then eventually he'll pull the plug. And she's like, oh, I didn't think he would pull the plug. He stayed the last time, and then he pulls the plug.
One day. They're not staying with you because they don't know that they're a good man and they may not be able to get anything else. Oh, baby, he know. He counting down on your clock.
Unfortunately, these women will say he doesn't have options. They'll tell that good man, I got plenty of options. And that's when you know another bull is in the ring. So I got plenty of options. I could go find any man I want. I could go back to a lot of guys. I got a lot of guys texting me. So she'll find the good man and she'll constantly use Pookie strategy and tell him that she has options. And then eventually we'll be like, well, go get those options. I'm not competing for you anymore.
He counting down on your clock. So work on yourself with him. Don't lose no good man, because I'm going to tell you, They are rare. And since I've been out here in these streets, it ain't nothing for me.
Yep. She went to the streets.
In these streets.
She said, hey, fuck you. You're not going to do this. You a weak man. You don't choke me, spank me, whoop me. You don't dominate me. He said,
I'm going to the streets. End of story.
She went to the streets. And what did she find out? It's a lot of dirty dicks out here. It's a lot of no-get niggies. All right. But she got the Mario coins knocked out of her. And now all niggas want to do is knock Mario coins and Sonic rings out of her. And she tired. And now she's saying this right now. She's saying this shit right here.
Is anybody else just over this hookup culture?
So she chose the streets. And this dirty dick Rodney and the rest of his pals out there. Now she's like, yo. Yo, where's that good man shit? Where's that good man at?
In these streets. They all trash. That's all. That's the tea. That's the word. I hope I can help somebody today.
Yeah, that's some real experience talking right there. All right, that's real experience talking. Look at that look right there. And look, we do have to give her a thing. That's not AI. I've seen some AI videos of women admitting things and accountability. They're AI, but this is real. She spoke from the heart on that one. And judging by the look of her face, all right, she's not that attractive to be out here acting crazy like this. So she's not that attractive, and she should have just been blessed with the one man they got. But they don't see it that way. Eventually, they'll think they could do better. All right, I could do better, and they'll try to do better. And sometimes they don't win. Most times they don't win. Sometimes they do. But shout out to her right there for putting that video out. I wonder what the comment section says. All right, the same way women grieve lost love, men do too. Yeah, we can't. Nobody cares about that. She has the perfect. Okay, who cares about that? That's a healed woman right there, and she's being honest. I haven't heard nothing this deep since Anita's Baker's apology tour. Sounds like my man. I'm lucky and blessed. Be right back. Let me go send my man some money for his haircut. All right, so there you go right there. I've never lost a man that was worth keeping. That man, he gone. All right, there we are. There, this reminds me of this one. Okay, yep. Oh, by the way, the man that she loses is the man that she says she prayed to God to show up. Now, this is a manipulation tactic they'll use. I dream about you. I prayed to God for you. You're a godsend, and they'll still fuck you over. Like I've dealt with women that told me that, and still they was in these streets. Like, they couldn't let go of the streets, because here's the deal. We told you about that woman. We showed you that pimp documentary. And I want you to write this down. You have to believe this. And this is going to be hard to believe. Write this down. Once a hoe, always a hoe. Okay? Write this down. You cannot change the stripes on the tiger. Once a hoe, always a hoe. Even if she out here Christian, baptized, she prayed for you. Once a hoe, always a hoe. It's in the blood. Once they go to the streets they'll shall return. They cannot leave the streets alone. Black Ram 313. Relationships for women are just a break from the cock carousel. Okay? Relationships for women are just a break from the cock carousel. Once she leaves that relationship, she will return to the streets. And she will get throttled and nutted in and all of that, and she will come back to you. Pivot. What do they say? She will spin the block. She'll spin back to you, block back to you, not revealing she been Mickey Ficky throttled by a bunch of broke niggies. All right, it is what it is. Once a hoe, always a hoe. It will never change. Because Ginger in Casino. Hoe is forever. Hoe is for life. New world. All right, man. I'm giving y'all some real shit here. I'm just telling you. I know you guys are waiting to find a woman that is not like this. If you're a young man, I want you to really listen up. She's not yours. It's just your turn. She's not your girl. She's our girl. The Y is silent. Hoe is life when it comes to these women. Once a hoe, always a hoe. If she went through a hoe phase, which almost all women go through, Hoe is forever. Hoe is life. All right. Yes, it is.
New world order.
It is what it is. You cannot talk women out of being hoes. And here's the thing. Let me just say this. I know y'all listening to me, and y'all got to hit the like button. Here's the problem with this. Once she goes through a hoe phase, those men always exist to her. They always exist. Let's say she went through a hoe phase, a year, 6 months, 3 years, she was lost. Do you guys realize the men that she hoed for will still ping this motherfucker like crazy? Unless she changes her phone number, which she won't, because again, backup plan. She meets you. She prayed Sierra's prayer for you. She's still going to be getting hit up by the past whole life. The whole life still exists to the guy's previous. They don't care about her being in a relationship. They don't care about her being answering Sierra's prayer. They don't care. They're going to still be like, bring that pussy. Can I get some of that pussy? Can I buy some of that pussy? What's going on with the puss? Are you still with that nigga? She'll be like, I'm trying to be good. She might not have an answer, but she won't delete the messages because hoe is life. She's not going to block them. She's not going to block them on the DMs. She's not going to tell them, look, I done turned over my life to God and Jesus Christ and the Latter-day Saints. Leave me alone. Yep, the old Johns, the old tricks, the old boyfriends, the ex-boyfriends, the high school boyfriends. But she that answered Sierra's prayer, and them niggas still pinging her. The streets calling her back.
I'm going to the streets. End of story.
The streets calling her back. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! Hoe is life! Caw-caw! The streets kill. You can't deny what I'm telling you. As long as she'll be like, well, they hitting me up. I can't do nothing about it. That's your whole life calling you back. Caw-caw! That's your whole life calling you back. Now you trying to bring your ass over here and be a good woman and answer Sierra's Lord's prayer. You cannot defeat this. She'll be like, well, they was my best friend and I just talked to him, but that's my ex-boyfriend. And guess what? Yep, they hitting them up. I'm in town. Come see me. Where you at? Hi. Hey. And she'd be like, well, that was because I was on a dating app 3 years ago. Well, the dating app still exists, but I don't even sign into the dating app. She'll tell you all this shit. I don't even look at it. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! And you like, man, I don't mind if my girl has a male best friend. Caw-caw! Nigga, you getting the hoe is life, nigga. Hoe is motherfucking life, nigga. The profile still exists. She'll tell you, ninja, but I ain't signed into the motherfucker. Okay, but why is it still there? Well, it's just still there. I didn't really know. I don't even know what email I signed in on it, so I don't know. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! All the old tricks that used to buy pussy from her, still on the phone. Hi. Can I buy some more of that pussy? They still there. Hoe is life. Once a hoe, always a hoe. Said by hoes. Not by CGA. I'm quoting women. Yo, you better be ready for it, man. If you ain't ready for it, you're going to be out here getting finessed. Here we go right here. It's the evil world we live in. We have a said simp. Look, who is this right here? The That's You guy.
And that's you.
The That's You guy. Take a look. Beta Brad. What did Beta Brad inherit? My fiance's reaction after we decided to share finances and he saw how much I owed in student loans. Here we go. Let's play the video.
That's a lot. Yeah, more than you.
Yep.
Yep. Look at that. Look at that. I get it for free, coach. My woman loves me. But it made a Brad figure out. God damn, that's why she sucks my dick. That's why she sucks my dick. That's why she says she loves me. Now he's realizing after he proposed and he said, we really got to look at each other's credit score. We really got to look at each other's finances. And now he realizes why she loves him so much. Because guess what? Chad, Tyrone, they ain't giving her no damn engagement ring. Now he don't realize he just the damn bank. He's the plan. He's the retirement plan. He's the pay off my student loan plan. He realized he been paying for that pussy. But I tell you, you going to pay on the front end or the back end. Everybody pays in the middle. He just realized that. Look at that. Somebody says, and there you go. And
Here's William.
Now he thinking he's in the conundrum. Should I dump this bitch? Nope. Programming tells you don't dump her. All right, your boy, what's his name? Dave Ramsey saying, be a man, sell your truck. And he's now going, wait a minute. What do I do? The real answer is dump that bitch right on the spot. Break off the engagement. This is how you This is how you stand on your square. The answer is dump that bitch because she playing your goofy ass. DTB. That's the first thing you do. Remember, black or white. You realize she played you like a big wide mouth, big mouth bass. She played your funky ass.
And that's you.
And she done sucked your little peen, and now all of a sudden, you thought she loved you. You're the best. I loved you. I prayed for God for you to answer my prayer and send you. Now you realize you got played like a fucking fool. The first thing you need to do is dump her, but he ain't going to do it. He going to fall for it, and now he going to be Dave Ramsey caller coming up. Okay? Now he realized he done paid. How much he fixing to pay for her pussy?
Gotcha, bitch.
I don't pay, coach. I don't respect men that pay for pussy. Oh, what are you about to do?
Gotcha, bitch.
You're about to pay $80,000 for some punani. For some in-house punani. Yep, she manifested you. God sent me you. I prayed for you. And
gotcha, bitch.
$80K of student loan vagina. And she gonna hold that is $150K. $150K of vagina.
Gotcha, bitch.
You about to work your fingers to the bone. Oh, and she still has her male friend. Let's see what her male friends are gonna do. Are her male friends gonna pay off the student loan, nigga?
Gotcha, bitch.
The answer is no. The male friend that she's about to be hanging out with without your monkey ass when you go out of town is not fixing to pay zero on them goddamn student loans.
Gotcha, bitch.
You fixing to pay all of that and sell your truck, motorcycle, and boat.
And that's you.
When I tell you, ninjas, they be out here playing you, you don't have to get played for dinner dates. You don't have to get played for a couple $100 of getting tricking. This is married men pay the most to get the least. And, oh, by the way, when you finish paying off that student loan, nigga, she is going to divorce you to Kingdom Come and end up with her male friend. She fixing to divorce you to Kingdom Come soon as your goofy ass pay that student loan off from your second job. Yes, she is, ninja.
And that's you.
And my man said, and he never told him this for a reason. Remember when I said there's going to be overlap. So you're with the woman, you get with her, you're married to her for 3 years, but you find out she was fucking her male best friend, but they were friends, but they never told you. That's lying by omission. It's the same thing. She never told you about it, but now that you're hooked emotionally and she love bombed you, now she wants to drop the bomb on you that she has $150K of student loan debt. Now she wants to tell you. Because now you got to show and tell all your family that you dumped your fiance. Why? She was a good one. What happened? And you're going to be like, bro, she had $150K of student loan. Why? But what's wrong with that? Now you're manipulated. What's wrong with that? Well, a real man would pay off her student loan debt. A real man would pay off for student loan. Now you're manipulated because you want to dump her and stand on your square. So now you can't dump her. Oh, you need to take her back. She was one of the good ones. I think she would have had your baby. And, oh, he has student loan debt. So he fixing to work his fingers to the bone.
And that's you.
None of them dudes that she got in her DMs or in her text messages are going to pay zero towards them debts. but she going to give them the same amount of attention and love. She going to choose to hang out with him more than the husband. When he comes in town, she going to want to go see him. Oh, he's in town. My friend that I grew up with, he's in town. I'm going to go see him and stay at his hotel room. And you're back there paying off student loan. This is when niggas crash out, man. This is when...
Here's William!
This is when niggas crash out. Oh, wait. This is when you crash out. Now you realize why she been sucking you off so good. She been sucking you off for good for about the last 6 months for this very reason.
Here's William!
Gone, man. It's an evil world out here, man. Am I hitting?
It's an evil world.
Am I hitting on all cylinders? I'm telling no lies today. I'm telling no lies today. Dave Ramsey has some advice for him on this evil world we live in. Here it is right here. Should I tell my wife we're worth millions? Here we go.
Ever disclose to my wife that we are secretly worth millions of dollars?
Are you from another culture?
I was born in Korea, but I was raised in San Jose.
So you were raised by Korean parents that immigrated here?
That is correct.
Okay.
And
because in Anglo-America, what you just described, as you probably realize, is pretty whacked. That's why I immediately said, is there some kind of a cultural reason for this? Because it's very unusual.
I work. My wife is a stay-at-home wife because that's just how we chose to. The thing is, I'm the saver and she's the spender. I have been working very hard, working my job in my business to grow to where we are. And I am not sure whether I should ever disclose our net worth to her because I do not know how she's going to react.
Yeah. Well, she's probably going to react poorly because she's married to a guy who's deceived her. Don't you think?
To be honest, the thing is, she and I have very different perspectives when it comes to finances. I got that. A saver, like I'm a minimalist. She's very much a free spirit.
I know, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you've been married to her for 5 years and sleeping with her for 5 years. She didn't know you got any money. That's deception.
I handle all the finances in the family.
Honey, you're not listening. You keep deflecting every time I bring this at you. You have deceived your wife actively. She's not going to be cool with that. You hear that?
So I understand that she's going to be somewhat, she is going to be angry. What I'm more troubled about is how she is going to take the news of these finances and if she's going to spend even more.
No, we got that. You're scared to death.
You're scared she's going to go spend all your money, Bubba, which is the reason you lied to her in the first place. I value a quality marriage and relationship going into my old age because we've now been married almost 43 years. I value that more than money.
See, this is what, especially white men. This is why I say white men are in the matrix. Black men, we're not that much in the matrix. We're almost out of the matrix. They really don't even want us in there. All right, but some black Southern men get stuck in the matrix. This is why I tell you, it's hard for white dudes out here because they got Dave Ramsey's. They got John Deloney's. They're stuck even when they want to just be able to dump the broad. They got this guy with this suffering succotash out here telling you to reveal to your wife after he expressed concerns that she's going to spend all of the money that he has deceived this woman and he needs to tell her. And then he ain't even concerned if she spends it all. He ain't even concerned. I don't even care if she spends it all. This is what Dave Ramsey said. I don't even care. I value our love and marriage over money. Oh, no. Woo! Way! White dudes are stuck in the matrix. They can't get out of it. The only way they get out of it is like this.
Here's William.
All right, that's how they get out of it. They are stuck in the matrix. Look at him, and he's serious too, man.
You don't. So I'm having trouble connecting with you on this. I can't imagine a world where I would deceive my wife actively about any major thing for 5 years. About anything, not even a major thing. I don't deceive her about anything. I'm not sure I know how to answer your question. I will tell you this. I'm just the older guy sitting over here going, okay, you brought some culture into this where the guy's in charge and the lady doesn't have any say or any vote, especially if she's the spender. And so all of that combined with your nerd-like paranoia has led you to this deception. And so I'm giving you a little bit of grace here, but I'm telling you, this is not going to end well. The longer you put this off, the worse this is going to get. This is a weird thing you've done, and you need to own that.
Should I ever disclose?
Yeah, man. Yo. Woo. Yeah, these boomers out here, man. These boomers. Boomer Dave at it again. Then called him a nerd. What did he say? A nerd something? Man almighty. My God. Now, by the way, he hasn't told him a reason why he shouldn't do it. He just shamed him out of doing it and called it lying. Oh, you're lying to her. Okay, but are you hearing me? You didn't even hear me. Yeah, well, I don't agree with it. Your culture, yeah, but in America, you're wackadoodle and you're a nerd. And I don't even know what to tell you. That's basically said, I have no advice for you other than to shape up and simp out. My gosh. It's an evil world we live in. We got the main event coming up, man. Do me a favor, hit the like button, and we'll be back after a brief break from our sponsors today. Shout out to our sponsors right here.
Has the modern dating landscape confused you? Have many of the standards that you've heard you're kind of tired of hearing about, and you're wondering, what does it all mean? Well, look no further. Join us talking about the monetized dating marketplace right now on Locals, and it is Coach Greg Adams.locals.com. You can create a free account to join the conversation between the Coach Gang members, but also on Sunday, we do a live stream demonstrating all aspects of the monetized dating marketplace. And coming soon in 2025, you're going to have access to a sample of the monetized dating marketplace course where you can get information related to how to participate in the monetized dating marketplace and or how to understand it so you're not out here spinning your wheels trying to figure out how you're going to best deal with the monetized dating marketplace. Listen, everything and every aspect of dating is monetized. We just want to relieve the frustration that you might have about it. So the best way to do it is make a free account right there on Locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can get access to those live streams, but create a free account. Just join the conversation. I am the only one covering this conversation from this point of view. And yes, I am ahead of my time. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out.
New world order.
Sorry about that. I left y'all with the echoing CGA AI. Ace Boogie says, Coach, I fell out laughing every time you say Dave Ramsey gonna tell you to sell your truck. She is gonna tell you to sell your truck. Shout out to Ace Boogie. SB57 Coach isn't lying. Just got a message this morning. Said, I told my homeboy I needed a break to process some things. If you're free this weekend, let me know. Shaking my head. Free agent lifestyle for life. So he just got a message from a girl who just broke up from her guy, and she already putting pussy on dick. Steven says, I know a man whose 27 years marriage ended when his wife reconnected with her high school sweetheart on Facebook. My dad had a close male friend or female friend that he found out after many years she had been running interference on all of dad's relationships. Opposite ex-friends are not okay. All right, you got to draw a line. Opposite ex-friends are not okay. NGN, while you were married, did you only hang out with other married couples, or did you have separate friends from your wife that you hung out with, men or woman? He says, did you cut off all your friends? I didn't have friends like that. Now, I had coworkers, but female friends I didn't like hang out with. Meaning that I didn't be like, I'm going to spend the weekend with my female friend and we're going to go out for drinks and hang out and we're going to go to a nightclub. You know how they be like, I got a female friend that I go to a bar with, then I go home back with my wife. I didn't do any of that. Okay, that's to me crossing the line. But married people tend to hang out with married people for a reason. And typically they have affairs with other married people. Unfortunately, Bill Free Media, I remember back in the 90s when men would ask, why are we only investigating the rainbows spreading HIV and not how many women would bang their gay friend and bring it back to their husbands? Women would shut it down and run from the convo. If you actually understand how STIs work, unfortunately, it still is primarily, especially the hivy-jivy, is gonna be a gay disease. Now, what'll happen is some straight people will catch it, but it's normally gonna be some bi guy or a guy that she thought was gay hitting a woman, and then she'll bring it to a man. It's almost very rare. It's damn near impossible for a man to get it straight, to give it. And he's only been dealing with women, unless that woman's been dealing with some bis, all right? Or she got it from a bisexual guy. It's just what it is. I mean, people could, the chances are slim, all right? Doesn't mean it's not impossible, but it's overwhelmingly the case. Y'all can deal with it if you want to. Be mad. Marcel says, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times, Bruce Lee. He says, a testament to the consistency you and the coach gang exhibit daily. Take me out with the Thanos.
You could not live with your own failure.
Yeah.
Where did that bring you? Back to me.
All right. There's a video of this woman. She's a Asian kickboxer, and she literally got one move. Let me see here. And so it goes to the Bruce Lee. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Female kickboxer. I think I have a video on it. Let me see here. One kick. Let's see if it comes up. Yeah, she basically got one damn kick. All right. And she practiced that one freaking kick. I can't find it. I know it's somewhere, and I think I had it on Locals. But a person that knows how to be consistent will find a way to win. You don't need too many moves. You don't need too many moves. Ko-Fi supporter says, supporting great content. That's a code sponsorship. Code sponsorship. Yeah, it was the one in the pink. If I had time to go through all my videos, my clips that I had, I might be able to find it. It's funny as hell. All right, but she got one move, and she's slapping the mess out of this woman. All right, with one kick. All right, you don't need to know too many moves out here. 100%. We have our brother Carlos says, a lot of men in this space are in this black pill mindset, thinking they can live their lives without interacting with women. He says, as much as I don't like the modern woman, this life ain't it. Just live the free agent lifestyle, boss up, and use women for what they're good for and adapt. The idea that you can separate and segregate yourself from women is a bad idea. All right, it's not going to happen very long. So you're going to wear yourself out, and you're going to piss yourself off. So I wouldn't try to do this separation and segregating. Shout out to the guys that have tried to, though. I think it must be on my other computer. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, anyway. He says, my wrestling coach was a 4-time state champion. He just did one move. Yep, some basketball players only do one move. Right, it is. NGN, it's funny how men want money and fame for women, yet complain about people, especially women, only liking them for that. You can't win with these men. Pick your poison. Women don't like men. They tolerate men. They do. They're always looking for a good deal. They're always looking for a good deal. NGN says, I'm not religious, but all trad cons, especially Dave Ramsey, is the devil making men live hell with his lies. His wife will divorce Ricky Tan. His wife will divorce Ricky Tan when he finds out he's wealthy. Yep. Yet Dave Ramsey doesn't care about protecting his wealth and happiness. Remember, men have no allies. Yeah, that's going to be a reason. That's going to be a reason for a divorce. She's going to be like, wait, we got $2 million in the bank? Divorce. You lied to me. If I would have known, if you would have told me we had $2 million, we could have stayed together. All right, but no way. It's crazy. All right, let's see if I can find the video real quick because we got a little bit of time. Oh, man, this cold world out here. It's a cold world. It's tough being a man. And remember, we're speaking from the male perspective. We don't care about from the female perspective. If y'all don't want to do... Oh, man, I got some nasty videos on here. I can't even show y'all. Where's the one kick move, girl? Hey, I try to pull it up. I can't find it. Pull up. If I can find it real quick. Nope, it's not there. Okay, enough about that shit. We're going to get to the main event. Let me check here. Oh, it's not. Joshua Moon says Dave Ramsey keeps the Matrix alive. Goofy ass. Preston says even if they didn't, they met because he was hollering. Okay, even if they didn't have sex, they met because he was hollering. So it wasn't a male best friend she went to school with. He hollered at her. Shout out to you. Ian Patrick says salute to CGA for the truth. Listen to Coach, please. All right, Joshua Moon says, Coach, that was me that said the IRL comment, not Brother Stiliano. Appreciate you for that one. Eric Scott Sermon, thank you for the support on Cash App. And Clifford Small says, I joined the Money Mindset and ready. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Okay, we're getting all of these people here to acknowledge the support, and we'll get to the main event here. It's coming up at the 3-hour mark. We're right on time. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Men have no allies. Lamont James says, saw that other YouTuber from Vegas on Pearl show yesterday, had a bunch of CGA quotes and not one reference. That ninja keep making it, and the you-know-who's keep taking it. All right, what guy? He said there's another YouTuber that was up here just giving CGA. I don't even know what it was. Man, that's crazy. I don't even know who it is. That's crazy. Who was giving CGA sermons to Pearl? He said that not one reference. Damn. All right, I can't even get no love out here. Kaylin's gonna say something. He says, okay, you say he's just a friend by Biz Marquis. 2 more, then the main event. H Everyday says, that's why Harold is just a rest haven for 304s. He says, it's in the blood, and once a 304, always a 304. Wait till Brittany Renner busted back wide open out there with relative ease. The future Pinani on clearance like the store is closing. Shout out to you on that one, and then you add one more. And you said, yo, what the F you playing this Dave Ramsey-ish and white guys are cooked like salmon. I see them all the time at Home Depot buying outdoor playhouses for their daughters who probably ain't his. And don't get me started on these Asian dudes. They got to have money. Pookie and Chad look like they are winning. I mean, they win at a certain point in life. But win? I don't know about win. All right. Luciano says, Ninja, you need to get up, get out, and get something. How will you ever make it if you never even try? Shout out to you. That is some Boss Up 2025 lyrics from Goody Mob. Shout out to you. And that's a co-sponsorship. I had to acknowledge him.
I'm rich, bitch.
That's a sponsorship from Luciano. Lucky Luciano.
I'm rich, bitch.
All right. Lucky Luciano. Okay. Y'all saying it's complicated. All right. Did he reference me and not give me that knowledge? Not give me that acknowledgement? Interesting. But he knows me. We live in Las Vegas together. So that's sad to see. Getting to the main event. Main event. Okay. We have Step-Dummy season coming up here, so we do want to remind men that, yes, maybe stepdaddy is probably the only way you can get some punani or get some love, but we're gonna take it to the Indian woman, or maybe Pakistani. I'm not sure who she is. Her name is Sadia Khan. She says she's a psychologist, although I've never seen any credentials from her. And yes, sometimes she's right, sometimes she's wrong. All right, she's wrong a lot, but sometimes she's wrong. Well, in this case, Sadia Khan has something to say about men who become step-dummies or step-daddies, as we see. Now, we're going to have a reason why certain men should stay away and abdicate from being the stepdad, and why certain men volunteer to be stepdads. But let's let Sadia Khan talk about it. She says some stepdaddies are aspiring to be a stay-at-home daughter, not something. So I can't really see what it says down there, but let's play the video.
Women who are dragging their ex-husband through court and like trying to take every penny from him, and you're there as a cheerleader being like, yeah, go get this from him, go get that. Are you a bitch? Can you not see, firstly, that she's probably going to do the same to you? Secondly, you should be paying those bills now. If you want to take over this woman, take over her bills. But being that guy that kind of supports your girl while she rips off her ex-husband, you are the biggest bitch. Thing I find so bizarre is some of you guys are dating women who are dragging their ex-husband through court and like trying to take every penny from him, and you're there as a cheerleader being like, yeah, go get this from him, go get that. Are you a bitch? Can you not see, firstly, that she's probably going to do the same to you? Secondly, you should be paying those bills now. If you want to take over this woman, take over her bills. But being that guy that kind of supports your girl while she rips off her ex-husband, you are the biggest bitch.
Wow. Okay, so I agree with the two-time broken clock. The broken clock right 2 times a day, Sadia Khan. Now, sometimes I don't agree with her at all. Sometimes she has some takes that I don't agree with, but I'm pretty sure, agreeing with a woman a couple times a day is probably good. But she said, you're the biggest bitch. Now, let's just take this back. When I say guys that live off a woman are bitch-made, Mitches, that's what I'm talking about. Guys will be like, well, I live off a woman. And then another guy will be like, well, my woman gets child support from her baby mama, and we living off of her. We eating high off the hogs. Like ninja like that. I'll be like, bro, that's foul. That's some foul shit. That shit is going to come back to you like crazy. All right, ninja, I got it good because my girlfriend get alimony and child support from another nigga, and then we bring that money into the house and we live high off the hog. Like what? Like what? You really out here bragging about this? That's really bitch made. All right, as Sadia Khan said, that's some Mitch shit to ever admit as a male. All right, as some man shit. And then in the middle of that, you got to be with them kids babysitting while she out there at work. Oh, you forgot about that, nigga. You a stay-at-home babysitter. You out there fixing your step-kids' bikes. You out here stepping your step-kids' bikes. Like, that is insane to be that low beneath belly-crawling man to brag that you were with a woman who dragging a whole nother man in court. Like, she ain't fixing to do it to you. Like, she ain't gonna do that to you. She's gonna do the exact same shit to you. And you out here cheering her on. Yeah, go get that money. Take his ass to court. All right. And you just watching from the sideline. Don't realize that's how she does. Now, somebody gonna say no. But remember on Straggle and Sniggle Theater, this woman got 5 ex-fiancés. This one. And now you stuck babysitting the kid that ain't even yours. Now, don't let that kid get injured on your watch. You're going to find out how she going to turn on you, too. But guys that do that, I'll be like, really? Like, bro, your life, you don't really have no life options. Your life options are this pitiful that you living off another man's $350 of child support. That's some straight sucker ass shit. As she said, bitch move. I'm going to play it again, man, because this is some real shit right here she talking about.
I find so bizarre is some of you guys are dating women who are dragging their ex-husband through court and like trying to take every penny from him, and you're there as a cheerleader being like, yeah, go get this from him, go get that. Are you a bitch? Can you not see, firstly, that she's probably going to do the same to you? Secondly, you should be paying those bills now. If you want to take over this woman, take over her bills. But being that guy that kind of supports your girl while she rips off her ex-husband, you are the biggest bitch.
Yeah, shit, rips off her ex-husband. Even she knows the divorce grape from Kingdom Come is coming. She was like, she ripping off her ex-husband and you support it? You so crazy. Ninja, are you crazy? Well, here's the thing. We do have guys that date divorcees. I don't date divorcees. Seriously, I don't. Like, I don't take divorcees seriously. Because typically, especially if you're messing with a young divorcee, she's like 35, maybe 35 to 45. She's dealing with a baby. She's dealing with some co-parenting. She's dealing with a divorce. She might be currently going through a divorce, and she's mentally unstable like a motherfucker. She ain't healed at all, right? She over there just taking a ninja to court, trying to get $1,200 a month. She just trying to take them. And you're dealing with a lot of the trauma dumping she's going to dump on you, but you're going to say you're not paying. And that little child support she getting temporarily, it ain't even going to equate to the amount of trauma dumping and counseling you're going to give her back for free. Okay, it's going to be out of control. So I typically don't date divorcees seriously. They're just, it's a waste. It's a waste. And then she can see you when she don't have custody of the kids. And when she has custody of the kids, she can all of a sudden, all right, she can't see you. All right, but then she's like, all right, it's Tuesday through Friday. It's Tuesday through Saturday. My kids don't come home until 6 o'clock on Saturday. So we got to get it in before then. And you're going to do a whole bunch of caking and not enough fucking. Then when your kids when she got custody of the kids, you on Skype and FaceTime. And she keeping tabs of your monkey ass on FaceTime, and you sitting on the bed next to the bed looking at her on FaceTime while she motherfucking breaking graham crackers on Saturday. And she talking about this and doing that, and she just running her motherfucking lip, and you standing over there you could be getting some whole single woman pussy out here, but you on FaceTime like a sucker. And she done keep tabs. Just because I have custody schedule with my kids doesn't mean we can't spend time together. All right, you try not to be around her crumb snatching ass kids, and so now you on FaceTime looking like a sucker. Right? Does Skype still exist? Then you graduate with this old woman because she doesn't mind that you don't take her on expensive dates because she ain't even got time to go on an expensive date. She ain't even got time to get up in the shower. So all you doing is over her house soaking your chorizo, all right, going on cheap dates, and now you in a relationship with a single mother. Now, here's the thing with this. If you're a man under 30 or 35, do not do this. You're wasting your time. Statistically, 50% of women by 30 have children. By the time they hit 40, it is 75%. And anybody who doesn't understand that, doesn't even understand simple biology, not a lot of women having babies in their 50s or certainly in their late ass 40s. There are some, but not many. When women have children, it's between the age of 20 and 40, usually 20 and 35. So statistically, if you're in a situation where there's a lot of broken homes and single mothers and shit like this, well, then statistically, if you're in that age group of men under 35, you're probably going to meet a lot of women that have children already. With that being said, why the fuck do you got to be with one of them? Okay? Why do you got to pick one of them? I know why. You don't want to boss up. You're broke. I get it. You're a broke.
You better boss up, nigga.
Okay? But if the baby's going to come, it's going to become between those ages. Why are you, a man that can make his own damn kids, with any woman between the age of 20 and 35, which the majority of them will start having kids in that shit, damn near all of them will start having kids during that time frame. Why take one that got kids already? Right there. Why? Don't you got a life to live? Don't you got life to look forward to? Don't you want a kid to come out, your own damn kid to come out of her vagina? You don't need to, in your 20s, take on this role. And no, you ain't going to help this fucking kid. The kid ain't going to become better because you were there and the father wasn't? Why do you get to be celebrated as the savior and the father be properly dismissed and taken to divorce court? Nobody in their right mind does this. Doesn't mean men don't do it. Some men do it. Now, after 35, this is going to be a different story. It's not as clear cut because after 35, you probably have kids on your own too, right? You probably been married or you're a baby daddy by that point too, by 35, certainly by 40. Now, if you've escaped not having kids until 40, damn, I don't know why you would date a woman that has kids. Why you would be a stepdaddy and you already escaped 40. Like, there's no point, especially a young child. Even a teenager. Why would you even be a stepdad to a teenager, as they call it, in adolescence? Let them kids age the fuck out, and hopefully they move out of the mother's house, and you can get that empty nest punani if you've escaped having kids by 40. Why raise kids that ain't yours? But if you already had kids, and you're getting with a woman that has kids, and you're like 40, 38, 40, 42, 44, I can see that. That is not as clear cut. That might be the exception, Cooley style, right? That might be an exception, but why do it? Is it something that you need to do? Why raise another man's kids? That I've never seen, right? You have all of the responsibility and no authority. And what you'll do is end up driving yourself crazy because you lack the authority in that parentage. And she's still connected to the baby daddy. The baby daddy might still get access to the woman. But here you are babysitting another man's kids while that other man is clapping the baby mama's cheeks. I mean, how about this one? This is what I always thought, and I thought was weird. But men used to do this in the past. Understand this. Men used to readily do this in the past. Today, not so much, and it's based on the economy. Economically, it just doesn't make sense. I'm a single male. I barely get punani from these women. These women get ran through, and then all of a sudden, I pick up they save fucking game. Now, I got a question. In the past, men were ready to do this because this is the only, not, by the way, in the past, men did this because women had kids when they were younger. Okay, now women have kids when they're older. I don't understand why an older guy would do it. Right? But in the past, there was so much scarcity that we didn't have the internet and access to cheap travel like Spirit and Southwest. We didn't have access to these things. So we had a very narrow community. Women usually had their kids early on, 16 to 22. And then by the time they already out the relationship, they're 25, 26, they're still young. Y'all actually are going for old single mothers, 35, 40. But let me go back. Let me go back because this is important. When it comes to this as a guy, when we talk about generations, and generational wealth and generational curses and cycles, I got a question for you. How is it that if we're in 2025 with all of this information and knowledge, this genealogy and DNA tests and all this, why would you raise a child, especially then a daughter? That daughter becomes age appropriate for marriage and or procreation. That daughter lives with you or is supported by you. We know that's going to be the case. If she's young, then she has a child. Then you as the stepfather end up doing babysitting for a step-grandkid that ain't even connected to you 3 generations removed genealogy-wise. You're a babysitter for step-grandkids. Hear me out. Step-kids is one thing. You have all the responsibility, no authority. But now those kids become age appropriate for procreation and marriage. And now you're raising step Mickey Ficky grandkids. Send it. Ninja, what? I'm 60 babysitting grandkids that ain't even my motherfucking genealogy. What? What? See, y'all don't think this far. Y'all don't think this far ahead, you step dummy ass niggas. You about to raise grandkids now. That ain't yours, nigga. What? What? You about to wipe snotty noses of some motherfucking kid that's 2 generations, no DNA connection to you. What? Is family important? They always tell you family's important, but what type of family is this? I'm not changing old dookie diapers of no fucking step-grandkid. I'm not supporting they step-grandkid going to kindergarten or pre-K. I ain't going to no step-grandkids fucking kindergarten graduation, 6th grade graduation. Nigga done take your money and you paying for college for your step Mickey Ficky grandkids. Send it. You got your retirement social security number going to pay for college for some step grandkids. Ninja, what? What? Not me. Couldn't be me. You ain't even fucking the stepmom no more. She's step grandma. Y'all ain't even having sex no more. Ninja, what? Couldn't be me. That cannot be me. Like, just biologically as a masculine male, that is a non-existence possibility. I will refuse. I ain't never gonna do anything for a step grandkid. Hell no. You talk about some bitch move. Fuck that. Y'all gotta think big. Pause. When you take a stepmother, you're likely going to be a step-grandfather or a divorced step-grandfather. That's even worse. Now you got a kid you raise to be adult to have kids that you ain't even go motherfucking, what the hell? And your money going to be going to step-grandkids. Not me. Bro, it couldn't be me. That's why I be at the JUCO, bro. Why you be at the JUCO? You can find a woman your age. No, thank you. No fucking thank you. Don't let that kid that you raise be a teenage parent. A teenage parent. Because now she a 16-year-old pregnant, and now you got a step grandkid while she fucking finishing her GED, bagging groceries and putting her pussy on OnlyFans. Nope. Hell no. No.
What the hell?
Not me.
Oh my God, no way.
All right, here we go right here. What is the point of life? We have this man right here, unless you're sterile and you can't have kids, maybe, possibly. Here we go. This guy says, I married a woman with 4 kids and multiple baby daddies. This might be a skit, but let's play it.
7 years ago, I was single with no kids. And now I'm waking up super early to go on a surprise Starbucks runs for my wife and all her kids. Thank you very much. Thank you. 7 years ago, my coffee used to only cost like $3, and now it costs about $45. $45 on a good day. But 7 years ago, I was single with no kids, and I had no major responsibilities. I was only responsible for myself. Now I'm married with 4 stepkids, and my wife and I had 1 kid together. So I'm going to be very vulnerable with you right now, and I'm going to speak to all the step-parents, step-moms, step-dads, and anybody who's just considering being with somebody who have kids and baby dads. You have to be mature. You have to think logically and understand that you have to take other people's perspective and put it into consideration. If she's co-parenting, you got to let her co-parent. If she needs to talk to her baby daddy in regards to a decision that needs to be made about their kid, you sit back and shut up. 7 years ago, I was single with no...
There's no way this is serious.
Wait a
You can't be
minute.
serious.
Who are you?
You big dummy.
There's no way you're serious.
Straight jacket.
This cannot be real. I hope he's trolling. He's got to be trolling. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. You got to think logically. Let her co-parent and shut the fuck up. With 3 other men co-parenting. It can never be me, man. And y'all talking about he don't pay and I don't pay. I can't respect a man that pays for box. What? Where? Like, you respect this? This is respectable. This is commendable. We got this woman out here who then will finish it up. Says, what are the benefits? She's asked, what are the benefits of being a stepfather? All right, there she is right there. And you can tell by the look on her face, she's going to be offended. Okay, what is the benefit? She's going to answer for men, and I'm going to clear this up. What is the benefit for men becoming stepfathers?
And that is off the table. I just want to know, what benefit would I get for being a stepfather? Would a man be wrong for asking a woman that?
I think it's a loaded question, because why are you asking me that? I feel like as a man, you should know what if you're coming into a relationship where there's children involved, I don't think that's an appropriate question to ask in terms of what's the benefit that I get for being a stepfather to your children. Like, that doesn't even sound right to me.
No?
Because I'm going to look at you like you're crazy.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you know that I have children, you should already start programming your mind to think, okay, I'm going to be around her children.
Okay.
My question is, why should I want you around? What benefits do we get from having you around? So that's what I would need to know. Like, what are my children going to see in you? What are my children going to learn from you? Okay. Those are the questions. So if you're saying, what benefit do you have from being a stepfather to my children, I'm going to ask you, why are you even asking that question?
Okay. I'm not saying.
So people are going to get pissed at me for doing this show because this is a very touchy subject, especially for the black community. But as you can see, she couldn't come up with one benefit. She couldn't even find it. Now, the question is, what you going to do for us? Exactly. That's all I said. You get no benefits. There's no return in your investment. Nobody can there's no possible explanation as to why you would do this. All right, we benefit more from you than you benefit, that you're going to benefit. So why are you even asking? Goodness. So there's no benefit. Deflect, redirect. She little Jedi mind trick, a little reverse psychology, a little, basically say, I don't give a fuck about his viewpoint. This is my viewpoint. This is how it affects me and mine. What is he going to give us? Wowzers. There's no benefit at all. You're basically just throwing yourself on a grenade. That's what you're doing. You're throwing yourself on a grenade for your foolish pride. Whatever that is, your foolish pride. So you have some pride related to this. So shout out to this guy right here, but the pride is foolish. There's no benefit.
And that is off the table. I just want to know, what benefit would I get for being a stepfather? Would a man be wrong for asking a woman that?
Yep.
I think it's a loaded question.
It's a loaded question. Up and to the right. Looking off up and to the right. She's going to pull some shit out of her ass when you look up and to the right. So we got some bullshit coming. It's a loaded question. Now, it was a pretty straightforward question.
Because
what? Look down and to the right.
Why are you asking me that?
Why are you asking me that? So, again, answering a question with a question. Answering a question with the question. She didn't have nothing, so she said, why are you asking me that? Baby, I asked you a question. You got to answer my question. Don't ask me a question back. They don't give a fuck about what matters to you. They just don't. They're not programmed for what matters to you. It's programmed for what matters to them.
I feel like as a man,
up and to the left, she bought the bullshit again. Huge pause. I feel like as a man,
you should know.
You should. I should know what?
What your...
Can't even think. Closing eyes. Some of you guys put up with this in real life instead of walking away. As a man, you should. She don't even got nothing. All she got is a real man. That's all she got. A real man what? A real man will do it. As a man, you should, and she trying to figure out what she can follow up with that. That's her opening line of defense right here. Well, I think as a man, I feel like as a man, you should do what? Crickets. She just got to fill in the blank of the bullshit. As a real man, you should. That's all she got. A real man. Looking down here, what kind of bullshit you gonna pull up now? I feel like as a man, a real man should. Damn.
If you're coming into a relationship where
she changed the question,
there's children involved, I don't think that's an appropriate question to ask.
You can't. It's a bad question. That's not appropriate. Shame. So she was gonna say a real man should, but she couldn't figure it out, so she just pivoted. Shame. You shouldn't even ask this question. This is inappropriate. She found the bullshit. Let's see what else she got.
In terms of what's the benefit that I get for being a stepfather to your children.
To your children.
Like, that doesn't even sound right.
It don't even sound right. Oh, it sounds very right. Right? It sounds good to me. I wanted to know. You're the stepmother. You're the one trying to petition men to be a stepfather. Sounds good to me. Why don't you answer that? Nope. I'm not answering it. It's inappropriate. You shouldn't even be asking me that. Not at all. Yeah.
How dare you?
The great sign language, Kevin Samuels, still alive here. And he's undefeated. At least on this one. Triggered.
No. Because I'm going to look at you like you're crazy.
There it is. Gaslighting. All right. Boy. I'm going to look at you like you're crazy. You're crazy for asking this. This is a literally 30 seconds of explaining how men lose arguments to women. I'm gonna look at you like you crazy.
Okay. Because I feel like if you know that I have children, you should already start programming your mind.
I feel like.
And to think, okay, I'm gonna be around.
Why? I'll be programming your mind that if you have children, I'm going to be around to deal with nothing.
I'm going to be around her children.
Yeah. Okay.
My question is.
Now you got a question. You didn't answer my question yet. Now you got a question. What's your question?
Why should I want you around?
Oh, there we go. Pivot, deflect, redirect. Deflect, redirect. All right. So yeah, let's direct it back to you. Deflect that shit. Nah, what? Nope. Let's wipe that shit away. Block. All right, right off the backboard. Now, back to you, Tim. What's your question? Why should I have me around you? Man, she thinks this woman got the education level of a 6th grader. Here we go right here.
What benefits do we get from having you around?
Yeah, okay. What benefits do we get? The question was, what benefit do men get? That was the original question.
So that's what I would need to know. Like, what are my children going to see in you?
All right. What are they going to see in me? A sucker, a dummy. All right.
You big dummy.
A simp. All right. This guy right here. All right. That's what they're going to see. A goofy.
What are my children going to learn from you?
Oh, now they got to learn something.
Okay. Those are the questions. So if you're saying what benefit do you have?
No. That's asking, not saying. So you're saying what benefit do you have? That's a question. So you would say you're asking, but that's neither here nor there. All right. Got the brain of a 6th grader. That's a lot of forehead.
From being a stepfather to my children, I'm going to ask you, why are you even asking that question?
Why? Why are you even asking it? All right. Why are you asking your question? That's what I got to ask. Ask.
Okay. I'm not saying that it's off the table. I just want to know, what benefit would I get for being a stepfather? Would a man be wrong for asking a woman that?
I think it's a loaded question, because why are you asking me that? I feel like as a man, you should know what your if you're coming into a relationship where there's children involved, I don't think that's an appropriate question to ask in terms of what's the benefit that I get for being a stepfather to your children. Like, that doesn't even sound right to me.
No?
Because I'm going to look at you like you're crazy.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you know that I have children, you should already start programming your mind to think, okay, I'm going to be around her children.
Okay.
My question is, why should I want you around? What benefits do we get from having you around? So that's what I would need to know. Like, what are my children going to see in you? What are my children going to learn from you? Okay. Those are the questions. So if you're saying what benefit do you have from being a stepfather to my children, I'm going to ask you, why are you even asking that question?
Damn. Man, good luck out here, gentlemen. It's essentially, she answered it without answering it. There's none. But good luck out there. You guys know the protocol, and do your best out here to survive. Even if you go overseas, a lot of these women are single mothers too, especially in the Philippines. They have babies young. They have children young. So, yeah, good luck out here, gentlemen. I don't know what to tell you. I do know what to tell you. I told you. All right, I told you what happened. Let's catch up with the support. Thank you for enjoying today's show. Anybody in here? Anybody in here a stepdad that want to vouch for being a stepdad? Oh, I forgot to follow up with this. A lot of people will tell you the benefits of being a stepdad. Most of them are not stepdads. I want you to realize this. The people that'll tell you the benefits of being a stepdad, they're rarely ever a stepdad. They're probably a person that was a child to a stepfather. They'll say, hey, my stepfather did X, Y, and Z. And if it wasn't for him, and saving me and teaching me and going through hell and back and forth, all right, I wouldn't become the person I became. So the person advocating for the stepdad is going to be the person benefiting from the stepdad, the stepchild. I was a rebellious teen, and my stepdad put up with a lot of shit, but he helped me when I had a bad relationship with my mother. Thus, he put up with all the bullshit, and thus I became a better person. How does that benefit him? That benefits you. You literally gave me the benefit of a stepdad for you, not for him. He had to go through hell and high water. He had to put up with your bullshit. He had to kick the crack pipe out of your goddamn fingers. He still didn't get a benefit. You were the goddamn benefit. Or a woman with kids. They'll advocate for stepdads, but they don't become the stepdad. They're not the stepdad himself. She's talking about how a stepdad will benefit me. All right, not how a stepdad would benefit from her. Now, lastly, if you do find a stepdad, 50% chance he says don't do it. 50% chance he'll say don't do it. There's a 50% or better chance or worse chance that he'll say it's fine. But even if you ask a stepdad himself, they're more likely will give you the inclination that you should not do it. You'd be like, oh, fuck. It's that simple. That's what I wanted to conclude with that. But looks like we got support, and I need to get this child support talked about. Yes, indeed. Step-Grandkids, Joshua Moon says, Step-Grandkids, Step-Dummies, hold that L. I know people in the 70s and 80s that got married. They're step-grandfathers right now.
Big dummy.
They're step-grandfathers right now. Like, damn. And it was normal. Somebody said it's thankless in these days. Guys, being a regular father is thankless. Trust me on this one. Being a regular dad is thankless. A stepdad? Oh my Lord. I can't even imagine. Like, just being a dad itself is super duper thankless. A stepdad is absolutely atrocious when you come to being getting a benefit. Big boy, update on my wife's best friend. Apparently, her husband has severe MS and suffers from ED the past 4 years. She feels she is still young at 40 and no longer wants to care for him. She still lives in the house and has another guy that smashes her on the weekends. Oh, jeez. That's terrible. That's an example of when people say, who's going to take care of you? You're going to die alone. If you don't have a wife, they're not going to take care of you. Here we go. He got sick and she dipped. She out there still in the house, taking care of him, getting them cheeks clapped. Oh. Shout out to our brother JUCO Capital Partner says, Coach, stream really hit. Any advice for a man who recently walked after being used and undervalued despite being a great provider? No divorce or baby mom. I bossed up to $250K a year. Plus, the JUCO is great, but hate myself from the time that I wasted and have urges to crash out on her for the ingratitude. Help. That's a co-sponsorship and a great question. It's a great question for men that are in the mental health, right? June is Men's Mental Health Month. That is a great question. What I'm going to tell you is, and this is something that I've had to get over in my life, I have been used. I have been financially manipulated. I have lost money, dating, marriage, divorce, kid raising, child rearing, JUCO. It doesn't matter. What I've had to do is say, charge it to the game. It's a part of the game. It's a part of the game we play between men and women. Some men don't engage, so they don't get finessed. I had to look at it and say, well, I did throttle. I did crack back. I did plunge into punani, and it was good. It was good while it lasted. I look at women in relationships as temporary. And most of your relationships are temporary. So in that, there had to be an investment made of what? Money, energy, attention, and time. And much of it is a sunken cost or a loss. Or you had a fair exchange. You had a fair exchange. So you had to pay some and you got something back. Look at what you got back as opposed to what you lost. Because for men in relationships, we tend to look at the money. Even just our conversations amongst the men in this space, it's always the money, right? The money, and I don't want to get played for the money and finesse for the money and you trick for the money and I don't pay for money. Money is more important for men. Getting money from men is more important from women, so they'll get it by any means. So we typically are frustrated when we lose money in a relationship. We see it as a sunken cost, but this is a cost of doing business. This is a cost of what it costs. Like, it's part of what happens. And if you want to avoid paying the money, you're going to avoid inequality. All right. You're going to avoid inequality. So you have to just let that shit go. There's a quote that I don't remember who said it. It might be one of the great financial investors. They say, don't look back at the money you dropped. Don't turn around to pick up the coins that you dropped. Just look forward to the dollars ahead. Okay, you'll pick up more money moving forward than you will pick up money going back to pick it up in the past, right? You drop some money back there. If I focus on stopping to go back and pick up them little dollars that I lost back there, it's a waste of my time because there's more money ahead. There's more opportunities ahead. That's why we tell the free agent lifestyle. There's more travel. There's more pussy. There's more bitches. There's more more wins and losses. You got a handful of money, so you dropped a couple of dollars back there. So what? Boom. Let's go pick up the money going forward. Similarly, you drop money in a relationship or something that you did. You drop that money. Big fucking deal. There's more ahead. We can always make more money. There's way more money ahead. Going back ain't going to help us. Counting the cost ain't going to help us. All right, damn, I lost this in a divorce. I lost this in a divorce battle. Okay, just go ahead and move ahead, bro. It's okay. I'll make that money back. I'm going to make that money back without a doubt. I'm going to make it back tenfold, 20-fold. And the money she got, let's go back to this because this is where guys get lost. The money she got, she ain't got it no more. The money that she got from you, she certainly ain't got it no more. And she got to jump on another dick to get even close to that same amount of money if she gets any at all. Now, let's say she's a killer out here and she has a great career. She still ain't got that money. That money is non-existent. It's spent up. It's gone. She can't even use dollar bills to dry her punani up. She got to jump on another dick. Or she got to go get another job. Or she got to go back to work to go get another one. That money is gone. So the money gone anyway. You was going to spend it anyway. It's gone. All right. He says, Lot's wife, eyes ahead. Just stay focused, man. It's hard to do, but I had to get to that point where I'm like, shit, these are peanuts that we're talking about. There's dollars over here, dollars over there. This is not a lot of money because I have the ability to make more money. I have more days ahead. But if I got to look back and all the money that I lost over here and there, it's not big. It's not a big deal. I don't want to make that the thing that makes me pissed off. And some guys want to say that these men are making these women rich. No, you're not. All the women spend all up the little money. They drink it up, smoke it up, or eat it up, or fuck it up. All right, so they don't hold on to none of this money. None of these women are just stacking. None of these women are stacking money on top of money just playing dudes. No, they're not. That money gone, and you would have spent it up on something else. What was you going to spend it on? It's not a big deal. If you got the ability to make more money, just focus on the money you making. Not on these little peanuts you done dropped and this little money you done dropped. Even if, look, I always tell you, I dropped $50K on getting custody of my son so he could go to school here for a year. I'm sorry, yeah, go to high school here for 1 year and go off to college and spend another $50K for tuition. All right. It's for the benefit and it's part of my responsibility or just what I want to do for him. But it is what it is. I think I saved him. It was for the better of him that happened, or else I would have certainly paid down the line trying to fix and rehab his ass after the mom got done with him. But yeah, man, don't worry about all of that little shit, man. They ain't gonna get rich. Guys be like, you making these hoes rich. These women ain't make it. They ain't keeping the money. They ain't keeping the money. Shout out to Ayo, it's Ace, who's been traveling the world in I. He says, long time no see, coach. You know my story. 38, no kids, never married, 800 plus FICO score and no debt. But for the gents out here, they're similar to me. He says, what would you advise guys like me? He says, I don't say free agent lifestyle, ninja, because I already studied that. It's like a playbook. He says right here, MLNR. Shout out to our brother Ayo, it's Ace. Okay, Ayo, it's Ace. So guys are 38, no kids, never married, and they want, what do you want? Kids? If you want kids, you can have kids any day of the week. All right, any day of the week. Guys, you can have 20 kids if you want, as long as you can support them. I'm big on supporting the kids that I make. All right. So if you can have as many kids as you want. It's just a matter of are you going to have a relationship with those kids? So in the United States, there's the government that you're going to have in between. But in other countries, there's not necessarily that. So you can go to another country and have it if you want to avoid the family court industrial complex. But if you have children here, you know what you're up against. But if you don't want to have children, you'll be like, hey, I made it to 38 with no kids. There's life there, but you're going to give up on some things, right? Family, holidays, Christmas. You're just going to be a nomad walking the earth with a lot of money and a lot of time. All right. So use it wisely. Spend it wisely if you don't want to have kids. You don't want to have kids. So you don't have to, though. I mean, because, kids ain't easy. A lot of people want to raise kids, but they want to raise them from afar and let the women do all the work. Well, today's women aren't doing that. So you're going to have to be hands-on. The life that you had is gone. Traveling to here and there, no mas. There's going to be a lot of women expect men to participate in child raising. Okay, unless you have a lot of money. Even then, I used to train rich wives who the men had these bitches in mansions. And they were like, but he's never home and he always traveling. And they're in a mansion. They're in a mansion in Newport Beach where they wake up and they see the water crashing on their goddamn beachfront. And the sunshine and the sunset sets on their fucking window. And they can sit in the kitchen or in an open like this. They can sit like this in an open glass window and watch the sunset and rise. And they still complaining about the husband ain't there and he don't do around the house and he don't help with the kids. Meanwhile, she got a whole Suburban, okay, or Range Rover or G-Wagon with car seats, the latest technology, and she a damn chauffeur or a taxi taking the kids to private school, and she's sitting up there saying that he ain't there helping. All right, so now that's their experience. It is what it is, but look, if you want to have kids today, you're expected to be hands-on with those kids, meaning that you're going to be participating in raising them and be expected to go to PTA meetings, be expected to go to parent-teacher conference, and when your kid got a game, but he gonna sit on the bench the whole fucking game, you're gonna be there because you got parent duty for snacks, and you're gonna be bringing fruit roll-ups and apples and orange slices. And your kid ain't gonna see hide no motherfucking hair in the field. And you're gonna be there in the hot ass sun and watching your kid stumble upon the soccer ball and pick daisies and fucking shit out there on the field. All right, while they kick the soccer ball past your goofy ass kid. So it's what you're doing. So when you sign up for it, be prepared for that to be your life. And then you can still lose access to that kid even doing all that work, right? Because you could just kidnap the kids. So be prepared. Yep, Boy Scout, camping, you're going to be doing all of that shit. Your kid want to do this, you're going to be at travel basketball. Sitting in bleachers for 12 hours in a hot-ass gym, and your kid ain't going to get no fucking scholarship. All right, and you're going to be there. Right? It's what it is, and you can't control this. You can't even control. That's their own human being. They got their own tendencies, and you just going to sit out there like, or you're going to be the proud dad. I made that kid. Okay, I made that kid, and I'm proud of that kid. So what do you want? What do you want? Or you can be free, and you will never have a fucking holiday to ever face again. You can have no kids, no wife, and you'll never have a Christmas from here on out. You won't put up a Christmas tree for the rest of your fucking life. You will never you'll never put up another fucking Christmas tree. Why? You'll be traveling during Christmas. Like, who wants to stay at home during Christmas with no kids and family and wife? All right, you're going to go to somewhere on a beachfront in Thailand during Christmas. That's your Christmas from here on out, sir. Does that sound depressing? Does that sound depressing? For a lot of people, that sounds depressing. But to me, that sounds good as a motherfucker. All right. You be fucking on little Thailand chicks during Christmas on the beach. Fine with me. All right. It is what it is. Meanwhile, other people on Christmas are arguing with their family members. They're sitting at the family dinner, having the same conversation over and over again, beefing with your cousin, beefing with your aunt. Yeah, traveling does get old, though. It does get old because you done be like, shit, where else am I going to go? And then you realize that a lot of people are traveling. They're not traveling when you're traveling because they have families. But some people are traveling when they're traveling, when you're traveling. Because when I travel, I see a lot of families when I'm traveling. So there are a lot of people that travel during holidays. 100%. 100%. So think about that. And this is just trade-offs. 100%, man. It's tough for men. But what do? But make kids if you want. Go make kids all around the world. And Rob the Villain says, fellas, no matter what you do or how good she looks, never be a stepdad. Aside from it being a made-up term for men who lack standards, you are lowering yourself to being the handmaid of the father. He says CGA is right. Live the free agent lifestyle, and you'll see there are millions of women worldwide. 100%. And he says, Coach Gang, please sign up for the Money Mindset now. I just did. Give it at least a month. It's better to try it out before the price goes up. You have nothing to lose. It may change your life. You'll spend more on a free meal for a strag that let Pookie smash after you paid. 100%. Thank you for that acknowledgement and endorsement. We're now in the overtime. All right, shout out to you. That's the link to the Money Mindset. And NGM, remember, gents, no matter how much money you make or have a woman will find a way to spend it all and more, even if she is from overseas. Being a dad is a thankless job, especially a step dummy. One thing about women and money is they're going to spend it. Okay, so they're going to spend money. It's inevitable. You cannot avoid it. So I know you're going to go somewhere. I'm going to go somewhere where women are cheaper, or it's cheaper to get them, or they're traditional. They'll spend up all your little money. Most of the time, you're not going over there to Philippines or Thailand as a millionaire. You're going over there with the fucking SSRI check, Social Security, and some military benefits. That's what you're going over there with. You're going over there to live in Philippines for $400 a month. You're going to get wiped out. You're going to get wiped out. They're going to wipe your ass out over there in the Philippines. That's why you don't went over there to go for some cheap pussy. All right, and you're going to go over there, and they're going to nickel and dime your ass for bowls of rice. Right? And she's going to be walking around with dirty feet and sandals. All right? She'll be walking around trying to cut chicken heads off in a village somewhere. And she's going to spend up all your Mickey Ficky money. All right? Now, if you go over there with millions of dollars, she'll try to spend that up too. All right, but she won't even be able to get to. But they spend. Women are the ones that spend. Men don't spend. All right, men don't spend their money. We barely invest it, but we try to save our money. So don't ever think you're going to get around women not spending money. They know how to spend money like crazy. And they spend it in nickel and dime. Look at their Amazon purchases and their Temu and their Shein and TikTok shop. And they go to Bed Bath & Beyond. They be getting knickknacks and all kind of pillowcases and shit. And pillows, extra pillows to put on the bed. She need a new bed frame. She need a new comforter. We need a new filler for the comforter. Constantly. All day. They go to Starbucks. You spend $5 on coffee. She spends $25 on coffee and little snacks and croissants. And she be spending extra for little toppings on her little coffee and shit. Okay, man, they be spending up money left and right. Men be nickel and diamond going to Dunkin' Donuts getting 96 cent coffee in donut holes. They be just a spending and a spending. They go to Ulta and Sephora and get a little lip glop. All right, they get a little lip liner. They get a little pencil this. They get a little mud. They get a mud mask. They get a little fucking serum to make their bags go under their eye. Concealer, foundation. All right, all of this shit, they just be all on here and shit. Don't let them go to Williams-Sonoma. Don't let them go to Williams-Sonoma. We need this. We need a ladle. We need a air fryer. We need a machine for this. We need a steamer for that. We need a goddamn sassafras machine. We need some, we need spatulas. We need wooden spatulas. We need plastic spatulas. We need spatulas with the little rubber ducky on the end of the motherfucker. All right, they going crazy in Williams-Sonoma. We don't need all this shit. Pyrex bowls, storage bowls, Pyrex Vision. They go into Williams-Sonoma and drop $550 in Williams-Sonoma. Then they run next door and go to Lululemon, all right, and drop another $500. You like, shit. We could go a whole year without dropping $500 in the shopping mall. We could go a whole year without dropping $500 in one shopping mall. They can't go 1 month or sometimes a couple of weeks. Yep, they be getting decorative soap that people done prayed on. They be getting bath bombs, special soaps for the guest bathroom, napkins and shit, and bowls to hold the napkin. Yo, and I got this little rack for the guest bathroom to hold the napkins and napkins to hold the napkins and shit. Lotions and a little creamer in there for the guest. Towels with crazy spending. They spend like they going out of style. And what dudes will make the mistake of is I'm going to get a woman that don't need all that. She don't exist. These women don't exist. I'm going to get a woman that don't need all that makeup. She going to find a way to spend that money too. She need a wine rack. She need a new glass of wine. She going to the wine store. My woman don't get manicures and pedicures. She do her own nails. And then she going to spend it up on wine. Pier 1, Williams-Sonoma, All right, all of that shit. Knickknacks, Bed Bath & Beyond, the home store. Yo, she gonna wear your ass out. She gonna wear your money out and her money. She gonna wear that shit out, bro. It's gonna be hard. Amazon, TikTok shop. This is gonna be wearing your ass out. And you listen, Sprouts, Whole Foods. I found this little thing. You know what they love to do? Shout out to the ladies here. You're doing here. You know what they love to do? This is what they love to do. All women have this. Somebody said cocaine and weed, coca, Trader Joe's. This is what women do. This is what they love to do. They love to buy something. Oh, look what I got. And you're like, what? All you thinking about is the money, because men thinking about the money. She'd be like, look what I got. It was on sale. And she does this. She likes to do her nails like this. Look what I got. I'm going to stop giving them free advertising. I'm so excited. She takes all the fucking plastic paper and shit. Oh, look at this. Be excited. She done spent $50, $11 of your money. And meanwhile, you was penny pinching all week. All week to keep that little money in your bank account. And she fixing to spend that shit up. It was on sale. Yeah, but you spent $360 even if it was on sale. It's so great. Look at this. I'm going to wear it. Don't you like it? What do you think about it? What about the, really, what do you think about it? The color. Do you like the color? Oh, man. You ain't getting it. And she'll go to the thrift store. I save so much money going to the thrift store. She be at the thrift store every weekend. How you saving money thrifting, but you at the store shopping at the thrift store spending money? Yeah. Like, yo, you spending money. H every day. Best Run says, I'm laughing. Diddy, a stepdad to Al B. Short's kid. Niggy, it's Diddy. He says, do you think women care? No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't ever care. Don't ever think they own it. Yeah, the lady said, we love the nickel and dime. They gonna nickel and dime you to death. H every day. Niggy, he says, don't worry about what a bitch do with the money. She don't share or invest with you. He says 304s lived a tax life. Hair, facial, vagina waxing, toes. That's all independence. Nigga, you won. Ascend to the throne. You won. Whatever you lost to a woman, you won. All right, because they don't got it. All right, ask them if they still got the money you gave them last week, last year, 5 years ago. Right? They don't got the money, so just keep it cool. And I think we got everybody. I think I'm going to do one more. Shout out to, yes, we got everybody. What a show. A fantastic show. Thank you for sticking around. But it's time for me to get some lunch and handle some business. Shout out to us on Twitch, 30 days straight of Twitch. And we'll see if we do a Twitch stream tonight. Because I might need a little bit of a recovery, but we going to get it back and cracking. All right. Do me a favor. Download my free ebook. It is on my website, gregadams1.com. You can get the free ebook over there. Thank you for participating in today's show. And we'll be back tomorrow. There's the ebook right there. You can go to www.gregadams1.com and get to that ebook. Shout out to the Coach Gang. Peace.
boss up, nigga.